Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday the 26th of April. Hope everybody is well. Congratulations to Quizzle on winning Only Connect there, and very many thanks to Oni for providing us with that question pack. How you all doing? Lovely to have you here. Oh, and a message from our sponsor Calibrated Vision.
Good evening.
And good evening to you too, Calibrated Vision. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. Thank you very much for that 7-month subscription. No, 7 months? 7-month subscription. Goodness me, thank you very much. And another message from our sponsor, Claire.
We 15 months, BB.
We 15 months, BB indeed. 15 months, goodness me. Where does the time go, Claire? Thank you very much for the support. 15 months right here on Game Night. Thank you very much for the support. Lovely to have you with us. Greatly appreciated. Do come join the game if you want to play the Escape Artist. I'm just going to reboot the Game Night control because that bonus did a weird... It did a weird... I can't remember if I've actually tested this since I've rebuilt it. Hello, Mrs. Flush.
Hello.
How are you doing? You alright?
Thanks for dinner.
That's alright. I hope it was very bracing for you.
Just before you get started.
Yes. And the message from our sponsor, P-Fired.
Ready to crib notes for writing the Hive's new format.
Thank you very much for the 3-month subscription there, P-Fired. Most grateful to you. Mrs. Flush needs to tell me something before I get going. Meanwhile, a message from our sponsor, Pum and Ben.
Yeah, it's just to say I read.
I can't escape how much fun I have here.
But I think it sort of voiced what I was voicing,
Yeah.
which was the main concern of safety.
Hang on. Sorry about that. Pum and Ben, thank you very much for the 17-month subscription. I can't escape how much fun I have here. It was very kind of you to say thank you, Pum and Ben. Hope you're keeping well. I've just rebooted the app, so if you'd spoken, I had a log of your name, but if you had spoken and you want me to say hello to you, type something into the chat now. It can be anything at all, into the chat, not the whisper bot. If you want me to say hello to you, I'll give you a minute or so to do that. Because yeah, I closed it before realising I hadn't actually said hello to everyone, which is the problem. So yeah, say anything at all into the chat, and your name will pop up here. Oh, okay. It doesn't log the message, Colo. It only logs the name. But anyway, good evening to Fluid Fernando, DVD Smith, P-Fired, Woohoo, Juz, Prugs, David, DMC, AB Me, Derek, Fell from Fiction. Not Colo because he doesn't want me to say hello to him, so I won't. Score Count, Claire, and anyone else who is lurking and lingering in the chat. Great to have you with us. There was about 30 names there a minute ago, but then I closed it and it doesn't persist. So, anyway, lovely to have you here. It's time for the Escape Artist. This being written by our the winner of Only Connect, Quizzle, has done the writing here. It's been proofed by Lewis. I had a quick glance through it. I think it looks like a very accessible pack. That's my thoughts on that. Mark, Ali Law, good evening to you as well. Welcome. Let's just try this, see if this is working. Because it seemed to not when I did it a minute ago. I don't know if there was an exception. Did I leave it too long before pressing the stop button, maybe? There may have been it looked like there was maybe an exception that happened, which I rather foolishly didn't test. And a message from our sponsor, Oni.
This is the last time to get your Oni Connect lines in before I get another pack down in 2027 or whenever.
Thank you very much to Oni for the Only Connect pack earlier on, and for the 100 bits right there. It's very kind of you. Welcome to the stream, and Sansa as well. Welcome on in. Let me press stop bonus, see if it works this time. Oh, that seems to be working now. Okay. Don't know what that was all about, but yeah, they're 10 pennies for you if you fancy them. 29 players in the Escape Artist so far. This has been written by Quizzle. It's quite an accessible pack. Let me just fire up my notes on it. And so if you have not played before, if you're new to the stream or you just want a quick refresher of the rules, the Escape Artist is a relatively simple trivia game. The objective is to escape from each round. Shapes, Quizface, good evening to you both. Welcome to the stream. In the first round, you escape by answering 5 questions correctly. There are 10 in total, each worth a different number of points, and the difficulty of the questions directly correlates with the amount of points that you get for it. You can answer any of the 5, but once you've answered 5, you can't answer any more. So pick the ones that you want to answer, trying to maximise your points, but also bearing in mind if you leave some hard ones to the end, you could be eliminated, because if you do not escape before the end of the round, you will be eliminated. If you answer incorrectly 3 times and lose those 3 lives in front of you, you will be eliminated. If it becomes mathematically impossible for you to escape because there aren't enough questions left, you will be eliminated from the game. So yeah, that's about all there is to it, really. Whispering to Persephone's Twitch, about 15 seconds to answer each one. Questions appearing in chat may not appear on the screen at the same time. Yes, I'll give it maybe 2 more pans and then we'll lock it up. 29 of you in so far. Coming up a bit later on, we've got the Hive after this, and then some other stuff a bit later on. So do make sure that you stick around for all the action here on Game Night. Season 7 now. Season 7. 1 more pan and then we will lock it up and begin this Escape Artist pack. And for every life that you've got left, by the way, we'll give you an extra point at the end of the round. So for every life you've still got intact, extra life for you. Or extra point, I should say, not extra life. Every life gives you an extra point. 2 more pans. I'll take the saucepan and the bedpan. Very nice, cheers. And Lupine, welcome to the stream. Oh, Jers, I hear you a Twitch sub to somewhere from the penny prize draw. I sent you a DM, but I don't think I heard back from you. If you want to DM me in Discord, Jers, I'll send you a Twitch sub to any channel you like. Doesn't have to be this one, could be any channel, but send me a message. Hello, Fell from Fiction. Yes, whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot. It's the account that will be asking the questions. If you click the name and then click whisper, there'll be an option there to whisper to the bot. There she is now. She'll be asking the questions. So whisper to her and it will be processed. Anything typed in public chat won't be processed by the game, will be deleted by myself or a moderator. So just in the interest of keeping the answers anonymous, I've done far more than 2 pans, so I think it is time for me to load my Escape Artist profile at 8:30, almost on the nose, and let's roll the game. Let's play the Escape Artist and lock you in. So, as explained, round 1 is initiate. The objective in this round is to answer 5 questions. As you can see up in the top left-hand corner, the question values have been set out. The questions worth more points are harder in difficulty, and they're in a random order, so the 9-pointer will be first. So expect quite a hard question first, then the second question's worth 1 point, so that'll be a lot easier. Once you've answered 5, you cannot answer any more, so do pick them wisely, but make sure you do get 5 before the end of the round, and don't lose 3 lives. Good luck to you all. Whispering to the bot, here's question number 1. Germany shares its longest land border with which other country? Reminder that answering is not mandatory. The only time it's really mandatory is if it's the last question and you need it to escape the round. Because if you get it wrong, you lose a life, you lose 3 lives, you're out of the game. So you do not have to play. Tactically waiting is a valid strategy. If that one correct answer was, after 20 out of 28 played it, wow, that's a lot of red going on there. It's Austria. Austria is the answer, the longest land border. Bit of a saucy question to start off, so it was a 9-pointer. Yeah, I mean, let me have a look. German land borders. I mean, the fact that so many people got it wrong makes me think that, yeah, but huh. This is saying it's correct, it's Austria. See, I'm actually looking on Wikipedia now. No, it's not exactly a reliable source, but There's actually telling me that no one got it right, but it's also not Poland. It's actually, apparently it's Czech Republic, which is 817 kilometres, whereas Austria is 801. Poland only 467. Netherlands 575. So I mean, Austria is the answer I've got on the card. God, that's a good start, isn't it? Quite squiggly. Poland and Austria figure pros too obvious for a 9. See, I would have thought it was Austria off the top of my head, but apparently it's neither. It's Czech Republic, unless that's not a land border, is all I can think of. Anyway, academic, because nobody said Czechia anyway, but just a question of whether or not to should have had those 9 points or not. But we'll leave it as it is. We'll go with what's there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to delete your points too. So if you want to throw the 10-pointer or something, or throw the 8-pointer, that's up to you. BC Lewis and 2, welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, according to this, I'm looking it up right now. Just because so many people got it wrong, Czech Republic is slightly longer at 508. But we paused to check. Very nice proofs. Welcome Anonyman to the stream. Let's let you back up. And on we go to question number 2. A couple of players, or quite a few players, losing a life there. Let's go on question number 2. Just a single point here. Have a look at this. Navy, Royal, Sapphire and Sky are all shades of which primary colour? That's Wiki has Austria at 784. Yeah, we've got Austria down as 801, so we'll look into that. 19 players attempting this one. The correct answer was blue. Losing a lot to make things fair. Thank you very much for your integrity there too. Yeah, losing out on the 1-pointer there. Yes, everyone else gave me the correct answer of blue. Nicely done. Let's light you up. Sky could be any colour, of course. Back to the difficult ones now. Question number 3 for 10 points. Take a look at this. Premiered in 1850, Genoveva is the only opera of which 19th century German composer? 10 points. Just 5 attempting that. Anyone who's saying Beethoven, that's the wrong answer. I'll tell you for nothing, because that's Fidelio. Correct answer is Schumann. Nobody's saying Beethoven there, but a Mahler, a Brahms, and 2 Schumanns. Not Tchaikovsky, of course. Never Tchaikovsky. Never ever. Very well done to Samster 2 getting that one right. Correct answer is Schumann. Robert Schumann. Energia, welcome to the stream. Yeah, a couple of wrong answers there, but nothing too much to write home about. Let's light you back up. Question number 4 is worth that many points. Question 4 for 4 points. If you're on your last life, just cheers at this point, do tread carefully. One more wrong answer, you will be eliminated from the game. Take a look at this. The athlete with the most Olympic gold medals of all time won them while competing in which sport? This is the one player abstaining from this one. Looks like it's just not wanting to risk it. Correct answer is swimming. Rowing. See, Shadowbane, that's what I would have thought. I would have thought rowing, but apparently not. Neither cycling nor diving. 'Twas swimming. Well done if you got that. 4 points going your way, and let's light you back up. No one I think in immediate danger just yet. We've got a few players on their last life though. P5, Proves, Jers and Shadowmane. One more wrong answer, you will be eliminated from the game. Question number 5 is worth 2 points. Take a look at this. And Jack Wilfred, welcome to the stream. I've sent you a DM as well. The companies Converse, Crocs and Dr. Martens all primarily manufacture which type of product? 22 out of 28 attempting this one for 2 points. Let's take a look. The correct answer is shoes. Shoes, sort of. I'll condone that, Clive, yeah. Where are you, Clive, a legend? There you go. Condone answer. Yeah, shoes, sort of. The options that were down there were shoes, pumps, plimsolls, trainers, I think were various options. So yeah, shoes of the fashion. Everyone who attempted that getting it right. Nicely done. Let's light you back up. Of all three, mix and match. I did go through a phase at university where I had some red high-top Converse and some green high-top Converse, and I used to wear one of each, particularly at Christmas time. It looked very festive. Let's take a look. How are we getting on? Toot is the first player to go light blue. One more question, Toot, and you will escape to the next round. If you require all of them, nobody yet. If you're on your last life, just 4 players there. Still Shadowmane, Jers, Proogs, and P-Fired. Question number 6 is worth 5 points. Have a look at this. Desmond Miles and Layla Hassan are 2 of the protagonists in which long-running video game series? Nine out of 28 attempting that one. The correct answer is Assassin's Creed. Very well done if you got that. Oh, Shadowmane going for Uncharted. No, I'm afraid that's Nathan Drake and Elena Fisher in that one. It does mean, unfortunately, Shadowmane, that is going to be your last life gone. And for you, it is the end of the road. And it's lights out. Welcome to the stream, though. Toot becomes the first player to escape. If you're one away, just AB me up there in the top left. One more question, AB me, and you will escape. If you need all of the questions, P-Fied and Mark, you must give me all 4 of the remaining questions in order to escape. And if you're on your last life, Jers, Proogs, P-Fied, do tread carefully. Double jeopardy here for P-Fied. Either a wrong answer or an abstention will eliminate you. Good luck. Here's question number 7. It's worth 8 points. In the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and both of its film adaptations, who is the 4th child to be eliminated from the tour? Out of 26 attempting this one. The correct answer was Mike TV. Veruca Salt. No, she was the 2nd. Third. Which was she? No, she was. I think she was 3rd. I think it went. So it went Augustus Gloop, then Violet Beauregard. No, Augustus Gloop, Violet Beauregard, Veruca Salt, then Mike TV. I think in that order. Yes, Violet was 2nd, then Veruca was 3rd. Yeah, I haven't seen those films for a while, but no, Augustus Gloop went 1st, Violet Beauregard 2nd, Veruca Salt was 3rd. Anything other than Mike or Mike TV or some variation thereon, and you're going to lose a life. Are we due to drop anyone here? Due for elimination? Unfortunately, Jers and Proogs, you have now exhausted your lives. By indeed, Proogs, I'm afraid it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Few more colours here now. If you want away, quite a few of you want away any of the remaining 3 questions, and you will escape to the next round. If you require all of them, Clive, Mark, David, P-Fied, all 3 required if you want to escape, and if you're on your last life, DMC there now as well, and Claire, and DVD, and P-Fied all on your last life. Do tread carefully. Question number 8 is worth 7 points. Take a look at this. Which moon of Saturn shares its name with one of the main characters in the US sitcom Friends? (19 out of 24) giving this one a go. The correct answer was Phoebe. Okay, we've yes, because if you translate 2 of the letters, the E and the O, it doesn't make it to the 80% spell checker mark, but it's phonetically plausible, so shapes I am going to condone Phoebe, and Oni I am going to condone Phoebe there as well. So Oni going dark blue, shapes going green. Ross is a wrong answer, unfortunately. Woohoo and Quizface both incorrect. No one due for elimination though on that one. Quite a few escaping. Let's light you back up. So we've got AB Me, BC, Pum and Ben, Oni, Fell from Fiction, Colo, Toot, Fluid Fernando all escaped safely through to the second round. Congratulations, we'll see you there. If you are one away, light blue, quite a few of you. Vision, Shapes, Lupine Samson, Derek, Claire, Psychospace, Jap, Woohoo, and Ali. Either of the next 2, either the 3-pointer or the 6-pointer, and you'll be good. If you require all of them, you're Orange, DMC, Clive, David, Mark, Quizface, David, and P5. You must give me both of these questions correctly. And tread carefully if you're on your last life, and flashing now. Good luck. Question number 9 is worth 3 points. Take a look at this. The 11-letter name of which US state consists of only 4 different letters of the alphabet? you play the easier safe question now, or do you wait for the 6-pointer? A lot of people playing this 3-pointer here. 16 out of 17, just one abstention. The correct answer was Mississippi. Alabama. Alabama's only 7 letters. Tennessee, Tennessee is only 9 letters. Ten, and it does only use 4 letters, but yeah, 9 letters. I would quite rightly have condoned that if that had checked out, but no, we can't count to 11 tonight, Sabster, it seems. Ali Lorca of Mississippi. At a stretch, I would say, Ali Law, that is phonetically plausible, so I will allow that, even though you typed slightly more than 11 letters there. Tennessee, Alabama, all incorrect. It does mean David and Clive, it is now impossible for you to escape. I'm so sorry, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Which means we now have 16 players escaped and 7 are still waiting to make good their escape. ABME, Vision, Shapes, Lupine, Ben, Oni, Fell from Fiction, Colo, BC, Derek, Claire, Toot, Jack, Fluid, Fernando, Woohoo and Ali Law have all escaped to round 2. And everyone else needs this final question. If you're flashing now, DMC, Cycle Space, Mark, Samster, Quizface, David, and P5, you've got to give me the correct answer to this question. Live's a bit academic at this point, other than the bonuses they give you. Good luck. Here is question number 10 for 6 points. The films Good Will Hunting, The Departed, and Ted are all set in which US city's metropolitan area? Hello, Pom and Ben. Welcome to the stream. It's the first time your name's popped up there because I had to restart the app. Mike Tennessee V. Nice. Skin of the Damn Teeth says DVD Smith. 7 out of 7 attempts at it. Correct answer is Boston. Boston is what we were after there. And I've just realised I've not been looking at any of the trivia, the lovely trivia that Quizzle's provided me right here. Boston, yeah, Good Will Hunting set in South Boston and at MIT, Cambridge, but part of Greater Boston. Departed is loosely set based on Boston Winter Hill Gang. Ted is set in the Boston suburb of Norwood. Just to come back to that state one, the 5 US states contain 11 letters, and North Dakota, which has 8 distinct letters, South Dakota, which has also got 8, Rhode Island, which has got 10, Connecticut, which has got 7, and Mississippi, which has got 4. Just to go back to that question right there. And apologies for not giving... Oh, hang on, I've got the German land borders. I probably should have checked the factoids first. Germany borders 9 countries. Luxembourg 128, Belgium 133, these are kilometres, Denmark 140, Switzerland 348, France 418, Poland 467, Netherlands 575, Czechia 704, and Austria 801. And there is a different source there, World Atlas, which I suppose is probably a more reliable source than Wikipedia. So I am inclined to trust the judgment of the proofers and the writers there. It's not a pack of proof myself, so just seeing it for the first time now. So, Toot, you lost that life, but maybe you can earn an extra life back. Unfortunately, DMC, Detroit is not the right answer, and so I'm afraid for you, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. And so we started with 29, we're down to just 22. Very well done. If you have turned blue, you're through to round number 2. For every life that you have got remaining, I will give you an extra point. Let's end the round and go to round number 2. Round 2 is sustain, and it's nice to see a slightly lower target than normal. It's in the 40s. 49 is the target for sustain. Very similar concept to round number 1. You've got to, except this time rather than hitting 5 questions, you've got to hit that target. All questions are now worth 5 points, so every time you get a question right, you will get 5 points. If you get it wrong, you lose a life. If you run out of lives, you are eliminated from the game. If at any point it becomes mathematically impossible for you to hit that target, for example, if there are only 15 points left and you are 16 points away, then you will be eliminated from the game. In addition, for every life you've got left at the end of this round, I'll give you a bonus 2 points rather than 1. However, once you've escaped in this round, you may continue answering questions. In round 1, you're frozen after 5. In this round, you can continue answering beyond that target. However, you can still eliminate yourself if you continue answering questions incorrectly and you run out of lives, even if you have escaped. And just to disclaim it, you have to hit that target before the bonus points are applied. So if you finish on 48 and you've got 3 lives left, unfortunately that is not going to be good enough. You have to get to 49 before those bonuses apply. That target, incidentally, is set by the highest scoring player plus 15. 18. So that would be someone on 34. Samster, by the looks of it, on 34. Which means even the leader must get at least 3 questions right in order to escape. Looks like some of us have got to get as many as 6. Let's see how we get on. Very best of luck to you all. Round 2 is sustain. Here is question number 1 for 5 points. Producing hormones important for metabolism, which butterfly-shaped endocrine gland is found just below the larynx in the neck. Tricky one to start with, just 10 players attempting this one. The correct answer is... it's the thyroid, not the pituitary. I don't think they're the same thing. Let me have a look. Pituitary gland. It's in the brain by the look. Is that in the brain? But look at my diagram. Yes, pituitary gland's in the brain, and adrenal. Where's the adrenal gland? In the adrenaline bit, I imagine. Is that in the liver? Kidney. Next to the kidney, not just below the neck. So, so even if it does do something like that, it's not located just below the larynx and the neck. Thyroid is what we're on, so very well done if you did get that one. Let's light you back up. I'm going to go to question number 2. A couple of players losing a life there. Here is question 2 for another 5 points. What regnal name was shared by the 2 17th century English kings who reigned either side of the interregnum? A slightly friendlier one there, bit of a history question for you. 16 out of 22 players attempting it. Just going to regas my pint. Give me a second. Correct answer was Charles. Charles I, Charles II. One of them lost his head, and the other one probably didn't. James and Richard and George are the wrong answers. I believe the interregnum is when we had Oliver Cromwell, who was not king, despite it being a hereditary title that passed down through the eldest son. Yeah, funny old time in English history. James, Richard, George. All incorrect, but well done if you gave me a chance. That's another 5 points. Let's light you back up. Oh, I pressed that button. I really need to update the stream deck on this. So I've got so many different buttons on, and what I need is just a progress gameplay button. That'll make life much easier. Anyway, if you're on your last life, BC, do tread carefully. One more incorrect answer, you will be eliminated from the game. No one yet requiring all, no one yet one question away from escape. Question number 3 for another 5. Have a look. The other one's shagged about. Sounds about right, Derek. Question 3. Developed on TikTok, a concept album based on which Netflix series won the 2022 Grammy for Best Musical Theatre Album? Just 5 attempting that one. Incidentally, the interregnum was the period in English history when the country was a republic, following the execution of Charles I in 1649 and the restoration of Charles II in 1660. Just 5 attempts in that one. Vision, Claire, Samson, Quizface and P5. The correct answer was Bridgerton. Claire, Bridgerton. Phonetically plausible, Claire. I'll allow it. I need a button saying I'll allow it. That'd be a good button to have. Phonetically plausible though. Inside Squid Game, all incorrect. Unfortunately, you're going to lose a life. Let's light you back up. I'm going to go to question number 4. Still just BC on his last life at the moment. Let's see what question number 4 brings. No one's yet escaped this round. Question number 4 for another 5 points. Take a look. The largest species of shark shares its name with which other animal? All 22 attempting this one. The correct answer is... it's the whale shark. Whale, yes, that's the answer we wanted. Tiger, lion, tiger, great white and dolphin. Yes, a famous great white animal. All of those, I'm afraid, incorrect. Woohoo, not a million miles away, in the right sort of ballpark, but unfortunately it's whale or whale shark that we wanted there. Let's light you back up. Players down to their last life. A few of you now. Shapes, BC, Ali Law, and Woohoo on your last lives. One more incorrect answer and you are eliminated from the game. If you require all of them, also Ali Law and Woohoo, you've got to give me all 6 of the remaining questions if you want to hit that target of 49. Best of luck. If you are one away, a handful of people now. 2, Mark Samster. 1 more question correct and you are through to the final round. And you can continue answering questions, but do be aware of those lives. Good luck. Question number 5 for another 5 points. Have a look at this. All hail the great white animal. Yeah, quite. The Victoria Falls is situated on the border of 2 countries that both begin with which letter? Out of 22, just 4 abstaining from that one. Woohoo said C, but the message was received out of time. Actually, not the right answer, so you're probably quite glad that one didn't get in. Although I think you needed that one anyway. The correct answer was Z. Zambia and Zimbabwe is what we were after there. N, T, N, B. I'm feeling generous, Derek, because you've got the 2 countries there. It did specifically ask for a letter, but go on, I'll let you have it. P, hopefully, if not GG from Ali Law. It is going to be a GG there, I'm afraid. The Z, it does look an awful lot like a 2, doesn't it? Yeah, it's quite generous of me, but it's not face-off. I've got to be hugely strict, but yeah, this I can afford to have some leniency if I'm so inclined. Unfortunately, Woohoo and Ali Law, it's either impossible for you to escape or you've exhausted your lives, or both. Either way, for the 2 of you, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Cyclespace, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're well. 5 more questions in this round. We've got Mark, Samson, and Toot have already escaped, but they can continue answering. They're going to be keeping an eye on their lives. 2 bonus points to remember for every life you've got left. Kolo and Derek, you are 1 away from escaping at this point. If you require all 5 of them, that's AB Me, Lupine, and Quizface. Very best of luck to you. And if you're on your last life, Shapes, BC, Lupine, and Quizface. 1 more wrong answer and you will be out of the game. Good luck. Question number 6. Have a look at this. What franchise name is shared by Major League sports teams based in New York and San Francisco? Out of 20, just over half giving this one a go. The correct answer is Giants. Everyone who attempted getting it right, nicely done there. Yes, the New York Giants are an NFL team and the San Francisco Giants play baseball. Very well done there. Let's light you back up. Oh, hang on, before we do, AB Me and Quizface. It is impossible for you to escape. You did need to answer that one correctly, so unfortunately for you two, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Aaron, welcome to the stream. Sports doesn't exist and you can't convince me otherwise. Great to have you here. Hive, your Hive question pack team minus about 20 minutes or so, Aaron, so consider this your ping. We're down to 18 players, 4 of whom have escaped, Samston, Mark, Toot, and Derek. If you're 1 away, Claire, Colo, Fluid, Fernando, any of the next 4, and you will escape to round 3, providing you can keep some of your lives intact. Lupine and Shapes, you do require all 4 of them, and if you are on your last life, Lupine and Shapes again, and BC, still hanging in there, been on 1 life for a little while now. Let's see how you get on with question number 7 for 5 points. Take a look. I think it's feeding time for the dogs. The main airports that serve the Italian cities of Florence, Genoa, and Venice are all named after men who had which profession? 16 out of 18 attempting this one. Quite a few options available on this one. The correct answer is explorer, but also have accepted navigator, sailor, or wayfarer. Yes, you had Amerigo Vespucci, for whom I believe Florence is named, Christopher Columbus, for whom Genoa is named, and Marco Polo, for whom Venice is named. I believe that's how it goes. Let's just have a quick look at your answers here. Artist, 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 artist. Logical guess if we're in Italy. Astronomers, artist, artists. Everyone go for either artists or astronomers there. We are in the escape artists. Maybe it sort of suggested that to you through osmosis, but not the answers I needed, I'm afraid. No one being eliminated there, so let's light you back up. Oh, a rainbow of colours going on now. If you have escaped, you're dark blue. Samster down to his last life. Let's look at these last lives. We've got Samster, P-Fired, Oni, Lupine, BC, Shapes, and Vision, all on your last life, including Samster, who has escaped. I don't think we've seen it before where a player who's escaped eliminates themselves, so Samster, do tread very carefully. I'd hate for it to be a first-timer here. If you require all the questions, Cycle Space, Oni, Lupine, Shapes, and Calibrated Vision, you've got to give me 3 correct answers in a row now to survive. And if you want to weigh any of the next 3, Colo, Pum and Ben, and Claire will get you through to the final round. 5 players have escaped. There's 18 players in live play. Here's question number 8. When he was nearly 13, my brother Jem got his arm badly broken at the elbow. Is the opening line of which classic novel? Taking his life in his hands. He is going to attempt it, even though he's escaped and he's on his last life. 16 out of 18 give me an answer there. The correct answer was To Kill a Mockingbird. A bad time to tell you I can't read is the wrong answer. Only Huckleberry Finn, Catcher in the Rye, Doe, Catcher in the Rye, all incorrect answers. Unfortunately, we have got some eliminations coming in here for, unfortunately, Calibrated Vision, the Lupine one, Oni, and P5. You've exhausted your lives. And for Cycle Space, I am afraid it is now impossible for you to escape. There are not enough questions for you to hit that target. So for you 5, I'm afraid it is the end of the road. And it's lights. I'm just checking something very quickly. Yes, end of the road, lights out. And then there were just 13, 7 of whom have escaped. Samster, Mark, Colo, Fernando, Toot, Claire, and Derek. If you are one away, either of the next 2 for Fell from Fiction, Pum and Ben, and BC. If you require all of them, or both of them, DVD Smith, Jack Woodford, and Shapes still hanging on, has needed both of them for some time, and on his last life. 2 questions required, or maybe you've just been on your last life for a while, Shapes, I forget. If you're on your last life, at the extremes of the arena, far left and far right, Shapes, BC, Samson, and DVD Smith, one more wrong answer, and you will be eliminated. Question number 9, for another 5 points, have a look at this. Also the name of their band. What is the shared surname of musical siblings Estee, Danielle, and Alana? Six players attempting that one. The correct answer was Hive? Never heard of them personally, but that is what I'm being told by the trivia here. No red lights here, which is nice to see. So everyone who attempted that did get a right answer. Very well played. Let's light it back up. Hive. Oh, Hive. Thank you, Claire. Thank you for the phonetic pronunciation there. This last question better be easy. I think it's fair to middling. Yeah, I like this next question. We'll see what happens with it. Let's take a look. We've got 7 players, still just the same 7. Colo, Mark, Samster, Fernando, Toot, Claire, and Derek who've escaped. Everybody else, you must get this question right. It's just under half of you. 6 players yet to escape, all reliant on this question. And if you're on your last life, just going to make Samster flash just one more time, just there, Samster, because you have escaped already. The other 3 players with 1 life haven't escaped yet, but you have. So do consider before you play this one, Samster, if you want to stay into the final. Good luck. Question number 10 for 5 points. Have a look at this. In total, how many chance and community chest squares are there on a standard Monopoly board? $11 out of 13. Samster and Toot, by the looks of it, sitting this one out. Not going to risk it. I know there's 3 chances. Not sure on community chests. It's the same, Samster. There are 3 chances, and there are also 3 community chests, making a total of 6. Fernando losing a life there, but you had already escaped. So not too much drama there, though. It will lose you 2 points worth of a bonus. David, absolute tragedy. You're off by 2, and you were 1 point short of the 49 you needed. 1 point! But it was a whole question because of the metrics of how this round works. And you even had that life left there, that bonus life, but of course, as we know, it wouldn't have counted unless you'd hit the 49 first. So, terribly close, but unfortunately, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Oh, so close, and yet so far. DVD Smith, you are eliminated and out of the game. But 12 of you progress through to the final of the Escape Artist this week. Very well played to Shapes, Ben, Fell From Fiction, Colo, Mark, Sapster, Fernando, Jack, Toot, Claire, Derek and BC. For every life you've got left, I will now give you a bonus 2 points and then refresh those lights. It is the end of round 2. Let's go to the final. 76 trombones did the big parade. See what you've done, Mark? 6 trombones did the big parade, with 110 cornets standing by. That's a horrible brass section sound. That's better. 76 trombones did the big parade, with 110 cornets standing by. 63 minutes is on the sweepstake landed on today before I played the piano on stream. Round 3 is Survive for our 12 remaining survivors. Very best of luck to you all. Slightly different rules in this round. 10 questions, and your points are no longer points. Your points cannot get any higher. They can only go down from this point. How it works, as soon as somebody... Hello, welcome to the stream. As soon as somebody gives me a correct answer, everybody else's points will start counting down at the drain rate shown in the top left-hand corner, 1 point per second and a half. If you fail to get an answer, you will lose the maximum of 10 points. If nobody answers within 15 seconds, you will all lose 10 points. So these are no longer lives. Sorry, I'll get to that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. So yes, the only way to stop your clock counting down once someone has started it is to answer the question correctly. If your points hit 0, you are eliminated from the game. The 3 green lights in front of you are no longer lives. They were lives last time. Now they are refires. So if you attempt a question and are incorrect, you will get a ping back from the bot immediately telling you that you are correct. You may attempt every question once for free. There is no penalty for attempting it once. However, every subsequent attempt on that question will cost you a refire. These can be very useful if you've got, maybe if you're not sure between 1 or 2, those refires can give you a chance to stop your clock later on. However, you've got 3 in total for the entire round. And as soon as your refires are gone, it means from that point on, only your first answer will be accepted. The last player standing with points will be declared this week's winner and be the Escape Artist. If we have more than one player still alive at the end of 10 questions, then the player with the highest score will be the winner. And that's about it, really. If we end up with one player before we get to the 10th question, then the game will end prematurely. Good luck to you all. Round 3 is Survive. Here is question number 1. In a non-leap year, the middle day of the calendar year falls in which month? Mark has started the clock. BC and Derek right behind. Fell From Fiction, Colo, Fluid, Fernando not a million miles away. Shapes is in as well. Pum and Ben getting in on a second attempt, as is Toot. Jack's there on a second attempt. Claire's had 2 attempts. One more if you want to stop your clock, or you might as well just let that clock tick down. Now you've already lost as close to the maximum as you can get. July is what we're after there. Ben, Claire, Toot and Jack using up a refire earlier on. Mark starting the clock, which means he's now tied in first with Toot, both on 76. Yeah, July. July 2nd is the 183rd day of a non-leap year. July the 2nd. Because there are 12 months in a year, July is the 7th month. But it's slightly weighted towards the second half because there are fewer days in the first half of the year because of February being a weird little guy. Let's light you back up. As we go on to question number 2, drain rate stays the same, 1 point per second and a half after the clock has been started up to a maximum of 10. Here's question number 2. The dish chicken balmoral consists of a chicken breast stuffed with what? BC's wrong. Refires available. And Derek has started the clock. Claire's in now, Toot's in. Refires are available if you've attempted once. And remember, you can try it once for free. You might as well have a guess if you want to. Oh, hello. Ah, David, thank you very much for the 2 months. Oh, that's from Digital David, gifting out a sub to DVD Smith. 89 subs, David. Goodness me, thank you for your generosity. Moment of levity with the risky business scene in the middle of the Escape Artist right here. Haggis is the answer we're after there. Haggis, yes. Answers that I had: cheese, herbs, cheese, garlic, leeks, potato, duck, and bacon. All incorrect answers. Derek's hags managed to get through the spell checker, but phonetically plausible, I would have condoned that anyway. So yeah, a lot of wrong answers coming in there, but it was Derek who managed to start the clock there. Let's light you back up. Toot now with a clear lead of 74. Derek in second, I believe, with 68. And Mark in third with 66. Let's go on to question number 3. Secret spy, spicy sauce, and skin spot are all definitions of which 4-letter words? Samster very fast off the mark there. A few more coming in here. Toot, Derek, Mark, Fluid, Fernando, Claire, all correct. Shapes is wrong, has got refis available. Jack's in now. Ben's in now. Fell from fiction, wrong answer. Colo managing to stop the clock 1 point before losing the maximum there. Mole. Mole is the answer. Secret spy, spicy sauce, and skin spot are all definitions of mole. All fell from fiction going for zit there. And we like shaped going for Mark, curiously enough. I can't accept that, unfortunately. Secret spy is the one I'm going to hang my hat off from that one. Mold is what we wanted. Well done if you got that. Well done to Samster maintaining your score. Let's light you back up. And the drain rate increases. It is now 1 point per second after the clock has started, up to a maximum of 15. Toot still with the lead on 73. Derek's in second on 67. And Mark's in third on 65. Question number 4. Have a look at this. In the 9 films that make up the Skywalker saga of the Star Wars franchise, including the original, prequel, and sequel trilogies, 2 of the titles end with which word? Mark starting the clock. Toot's wrong, Fernando's wrong, refire's available. Derek, your clock's still on. There we go, there's an answer. It's Jedi. Jedi is the answer we were after there. Return of the Jedi and The Last Jedi. The other ones being The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones. Toot film question, I know. What my Hatred of the Last Jedi got me again. Yeah, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, number 7, New Hope is number 7. So I suppose you could argue New Hope. There was it. Force Awakens, that was it, Awakens. Then Last Jedi, and then The Rise of Skywalker. So 2 ending with the word Jedi. Well done if you got that. Toot and Fernando not managing to get their Clones and Hope, both incorrect answers. Mark managed to start the clock. Let's reset the... let's light you back up. Reset the podiums, just Google that. Mark taking the lead off Toot now. A bit of a swing on that question. Mark in the lead with 65. Toot moves to second with 58. Derek in third with 55. A few people close behind. Claire there on 51. Samster 43. Still quite a lot to play for. Question number 5. 1 point per second is the drain rate. Have a look at this. Sharing its name with a country, what is the largest lake of Central America? Derek not wasting any time there. Mark right behind him. Claire's wrong, has got refires. Ben's wrong, has got refires. Colo, fell from fiction. Fluid Fernando, Jack, all wrong, has got refires. Toot has got there now. Nicaragua is the answer we were after there. Let's take a look at the wrong answers. Venezuela, Panama, Paraguay, Mexico, Guatemala, Panama, Bolivia, Colombia, Panama, and Brazil were the answers that came through there. Very well done to Derek on starting that clock so quickly. A little bit of a swing, but Mark still with the lead of 62. Derek's in second with 55, and Toot still in third here with 48. Let's reset the... No. Okay, why do I keep getting my expressions mixed up? Let's light you back up. So with the drain rate of 15, Shapes, BC, Fernando, you are all into that dangerous territory where if you get the question wrong at this point, you will run out of points, you will be eliminated. A few other players getting close. Still quite a few with 3 refires remaining, though 1 or 2 people are down to their last one, so do think carefully before you answer. Question number 6. Last one at this drain rate. Take a look. Nicaragua. In both the UK and the USA, what was the first one-word single by the Beatles to reach number 1 in the charts? Fernando has started the clock here. Good time for Fernando to start the clock. BC's got it and Shapes needs an answer. Oh, he's got it with 1 point to spare. Fell from Fiction's got there. Everyone has managed to survive. Was I pronouncing it wrong? Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Is that not what I said? I thought that's what I said. Oh, it's an RTFQ moment, Sam. Let's have a look. Oh, please me. Yeah, that's not a one-word title. Michelle, yesterday, if, and I. All incorrect answers there. Well, everyone did manage to hang on there, but Appropriate Shape says help with 1 point left.
Pain.
But you're not out yet, chip in a chair, as they say. It's all you need. Jack down to just 2 points here. Fell from Fiction down to 3 and Pum and Ben down to 7. We are going to up the drain rate at this point. Fluid Fernando getting the clock started on that one. That's going to give him some help there, being in that danger zone. Let's light you back up. Drain rate now up to 1 point per 0.75 seconds. Nicaragua is an acceptable pronunciation. Nicaragua is closed out as in Spanish. Oh, okay. I didn't even realise it was... What did I say? Nicaragua. Did I say Gua? I don't want to get hung up on this. No, it's help. It topped the chart on both sides of the Atlantic in 1965. 1965 was the year there. So drain rate now 1 point per 0.75 seconds, up to a maximum of 20. A lot of players in immediate danger at this point. Shapes, Ben, Fell from Fiction, Colo, Fernando, Jack, and BC. If you get this one wrong or you fail to find the right answer, you will be eliminated from the game. Still quite a few players with 3 refires. Mark, Colo, Derek, BC, all with 3 refires left. Mark has got the lead with 60, Derek's in second with 53, and Toot in third with 46. Good luck. Here's question number 7. Take a look at this. In a warped world, if the Disney characters Nala and Shere Khan mated, what would be the specific term for their hybrid offspring? And Mark has got there on a second attempt. Shapes, Fell from Fiction, Jack, you are out of points. BC, you're out. Fernando, you're out. It's a Tygon. Tygon. Liger, Tion, Liger, Lion, Lanther, Liger, Tin, Ligon, Tion, Liger, Tion. No, it's a Tygon. A Tygon is what we wanted there. A female lion and a male tiger would give us a Tygon. If, for example, Simba and... Is Raja a girl in Aladdin? No, I think Raja's a boy tiger. I can't think of any girl tigers in Disney. But yeah, the other way round, it would be a liger with a male lion and a female tiger. That would give us a liger. Yes, that way would give us a Tygon. Goodness me, that was a pretty divisive question, I have to say. Tygon is when I remove my netwear. Very nice, Aaron. Very nice indeed. Unfortunately, it is a bit of a bloodbath. We've got 6 players who are out of points. Shapes, Ben, Fell from Fiction, BC, Jack, and Fluid Fernando. Not managing to get the correct answer in time, so unfortunately, valiant effort from all of you. And special mention to Fell from Fiction, first time appearing tonight. Great effort, but unfortunately, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Just 6 players remain with 3 questions to go. Drain rate is still the same. Mark's still got quite a healthy lead here at 60. Derek on 33, Toot 26, and the other 3, Samster, Colo and Claire, all in the danger territory of under 20. Good luck to you. Question number 8. Take a look at this. If David and Patrick are both Pisces and Andrew is a Sagittarius, what star sign is George? Derek started the clock. Samson's gone after 2 attempts. Colo's gone. Toot's got the answer. Claire is gone. Mark not even going to hazard a guess. Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio. All incorrect answers. It was Taurus is what we're after there. So it's on the last question. Nala is a lioness in The Lion King. Shere Khan is a male tiger from the Jungle Book. A liger is that offspring of a male lion and a female tiger. It's UK patron saints and their corresponding star signs. David, March the 1st. Patrick, March the 17th. George, April the 23rd. Andrew, November 30th. I love that question to bits. Really lovely question. Thank you very much for that, Quizzle. It does mean, however, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Claire, Colo and Sapster. Great effort, all three of you, but unfortunately it is the end of the road and it's lights out. And then there were just 2 questions remaining. Mark still with the lead, though significantly reduced one on 40. Derek's in second on 33. Toot with 13. Toot is in the danger territory. If you don't give me a correct answer, Toot, then you will be eliminated. Good luck. Here's question number 9. Of the 6 US presidents to share the most common first name of all people to have held the role, which was in office the earliest? Mark's got there. Toot's wrong. Refires available. That's wrong as well. And that one's right. You've got there. Derek is out of refires, so we have just got to watch his time tick down. Toot using up his refires wisely there. He's gone Jefferson and then Adams, and finally on the correct answer, Madison. Derek going for Washington, and Mark, the first one to start the clock there. Madison was the answer. Derek originally going for Adams, but yes, Madison. James Madison, most common first name shared by James' most common first name shared by Madison, Monroe, Polk, Buchanan, Garfield, and James Jimmy Carter. Madison, the 4th president, is the earliest of these. Well, we are coming to question number 10. Let's light you back up. All 3 of you are still here. Only Mark has refires. Now, question number 10, the maximum loss is infinity. What that means in practice is the only way to stop the clock is to answer the question. The drain rate is 1 point per half a second. That's 2 points a second for those of you who needed me to do the maths, which you probably didn't, but there we are. Here's how this is going to work. As soon as someone answers the question, your clocks start counting down at that drain rate, and the only way to stop them is to answer it correctly, which means it's a thinky, worky, outy, 1E. If no one answers the question within the allotted 15 seconds, all of your clocks will start, and they won't stop until you answer the question. So Mark's got the most thinking time here. If Toot answers the question first, Mark will have about 17 seconds to get the correct answer in. And Derek will have about 4 seconds to get the correct answer in. If Derek answers first, then Toot cannot win the game, and Mark will have about 16 seconds. No, 12 seconds to get the correct answer in. I don't know, my math is all over the place, maybe 13. If Mark answers this first and starts the clock, then Mark is the winner. If nobody answers at all and all of your points are drained, then nobody will escape. Let's find out what happens. I encourage you to read the question carefully. Good luck. Here's question number 10. When listed by atomic number, what is the first chemical element to have a 2-letter symbol that can be reversed to give the symbol of a different element? And I need the name of the element. We have our... Ooh. Okay, clocks are on. Toot's out. Derek's out. All eyes on Mark. 2 refires there. Mark, if you can get there. Can you get there, Mark? Oh no! You have the refires, Mark. But you've all been stumped on aluminium. Nato, welcome to the stream. Toughie. It's got to be a toughie at the end, but it was very fair. First elements to have 2-letter symbols are helium, He. Go away, drop down. Lithium, Li. Beryllium, Be. Neon, Ne. Sodium, Na. Magnesium, Mg. And aluminium, Al. When Al is reversed to give La, it represents the element lanthanum. And Toot actually gave At as the answer there, so it wouldn't have been right. And beryllium, also not the right answer, unfortunately. Mark, you had those refires, but you just couldn't get to the answer, and so it does mean, for all 3 of you, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. And so after 30 questions, what started with 29 players, we've eliminated every single one of you. Unfortunately, Quizzle's pack has beaten you. It took till question 30, but we did go that way. The bad ending, that is how it goes sometimes, I'm afraid. This time on the escape artist, no one escapes.
Pain. Pain.
Oh.
Pain.
Yes. Pain, because nobody escapes. You're all here forever. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I hope you all had a good time. Thank you all very much for playing. And very many thanks to Quizzle for writing that and to Lewis for proofing it. Nice, lovely game of The Escape Artist to get us started, but you're all staying in prison forever. Now, it's 9:20. We are going to move on to game number 2, which is going to be The Hive. And for this game, if you want to play in the hot seat, then you do need a microphone and you need to be in the Discord server. If you just want to play along in the Hive mind, that's completely fine as well, but you don't need to join the lobby as and when we get there. It's not a cash game this week, but hopefully we'll all have some fun all the same. So, if you want to play in the Hive, I'll go for a very quick break, roll some adverts, and we'll be back very shortly. Thank you all for playing The Escape Artist. Don't go away, or go and get yourself a drink and then come back, and I'll be back with the Hive very soon. Thanks for playing The Escape Artist, but unfortunately tonight, nobody escapes. See you in a minute. Welcome, Topper, to the stream. Nice to see you with your affiliate emotes right there. Welcome on in, Topper. Great to have you. We're going for a very short break, but when we come back, we will have The Hive, as written by Aaron Aromatics. I do hope you'll stick around to join us for it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Game Night. Tonight on Tuesday 26th of April, where it is time for The Hive, the latest game from Persephone's Chess Studios. This is for a hot seat player, but with assistance from the Hive Mind. Very involved audience game here, and there are pennies available and points available for players playing in the Hive Mind, and leaderboard positions available if you do manage to get into the control of the Hive, or to be the queen bee, as it were. For this game, if you only want to play in the Hive Mind, if you only want to play in the audience game and you don't want to be the solo player at all, that's completely fine, but do not join this lobby. This lobby is specifically and only for players who want to play in the Hive Mind. And if you want to play in the Hive Mind, you need to have two things. You need to have a working microphone and you need to be in the Discord server. The rest of the rules we'll explain as we go. So do go join the server if you want to take part in the Hive Mind of this game. If you don't need to worry about joining this lobby. This is only for players who want to be the potential controller of the Hive. So if that applies to you, come and join the lobby. Ennui. E-N-U-E. And a great many thanks to Aaron Aromatics. This is the first pack that's been written by the community, i.e. not written by me. Yes, this is the first time we're seeing some community writing on this game. And very much looking forward to seeing how it's going to play out. I have made a technical change to it. Whereas before there was always one answer would always be the correct answer. Now there is a chance for any of the answers to be correct. So if two options are picked, it will just pick two at random, and then it will make the one that is more correct to the correct answer. That's how it's going to work. I did do a test run of it. It does all appear to be working, and the rest of the rules will explain a bit later on. So pop yourself into this lobby if you want to come and be in control of the Hive, and anybody else who just wants to play along in the Hive Mind game. You don't need to join this lobby, but you will still be able to answer questions as and when we get to that point. I'll give you a few more minutes because this music is awesome. And yes, this one was written by Aaron, proofed by me. It is a good pack. There's lots of thinky questions in here, which will be a lot of fun. But such is the nature of this game, there's a few ways around it, even if you do get stuck. Hello, Clive of Legend. Welcome to the game. So, a few more minutes. How many have we got? Let's count hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players wanted to play solo. If you don't get picked, you can still play in the Hive Mind, and there's still leaderboards available up there as well. Is the sting coming to an end? I fear it is. There we go. Right. That's the end of the sting. Let's lock the lobby and pick ourselves a player. Colo, you are in control of the Hive. If you'd like to make your way down to, in fact, you can just come straight to the broadcast studio. You've got superior access if you want to pop your way down there. You can sound test yourself in the green room first if you like. There we go. Colo, good evening.
Hi.
Lovely to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Good stuff. Good
Back.
stuff.
Been a busy 2 days. But I had a little nap when I got home tonight.
Don't play. Oh, I tell you what, the afternoon nap, it's underrated. It's a great thing. I'm hoping that Twitch chat can hear you. Nobody has shouted out at me that I'm talking to myself. Colo, can you hear me? Okay, Colo, yes. I'm assuming chat will tell me if they can't hear you because everything seems to sometimes work and not work.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. Oh, we can hear Colo. Good. Now, Colo, more importantly, can you see the screen in the Discord?
I can.
Excellent. And hopefully a bit later on you'll be able to confirm to me whether or not you can hear the sound in the game as well. I'm hoping that works, but we'll take that from there in a bit. So, Colo, have you played the Hive before?
As a bee.
As a bee, as a drone.
Yes.
So you're familiar with the rules?
Yeah, there's some options, and you choose, and you pass, and you bet against it. Yeah.
And stuff and things.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll bumble our way through it one way or another. If you've not played before in the Hive Mind, or you just want a quick refresher of the rules, there are 4 phases before the final phase in this game. Each phase consists of 4 questions, of which Colo will pick 3. There are multiple choice questions, and they're all superlative style questions. So which of these is the most, or the fastest, or the earliest, or whatever. The first question in each phase, there'll be 2 options. The next, there'll be 3. The last will be 4. The question that isn't picked goes into the final phase for a bit later on. Now, Colo's job is to try and get through each phase, maximising as many points as he can. There's an increasing amount of points rewarded for every question that Colo gets correct. However, he can only answer 2 of the questions in each round, in each phase, himself, and for at least one of the others he must use the Hive. He can either trust the Hive and trust what the Hive's decision is, i.e. go with the plurality answer, or he can mistrust the Hive and assume that the plurality is the wrong answer. Number of different strategies you can employ, but the bottom line is Hive, make sure you're whispering to the bot if you want your points to be counted and for your input on the game to have some impact on Colo. Colo, you ready to play? Well, let's go to phase number 1 then. So 20 points for this first question. 2 options going to be displayed, and your board is: the peak temperature recorded on a summer's day in which of these countries is the hottest? Which of these buddy movies was released in cinemas first? Which of these British public sector organisations has the most people working for them? Which of these people was born closest in time to the release of Little Richard's Good Golly, Miss Molly?
Interesting. Okay. Let's play public sector organisations, please.
Is this something you think you're going to be stronger on, weaker on, a bit meh about?
It depends on the options, really, I think. So
well,
with this one.
Let's see what they bring. So, Hive will give it to you first, nice and quiet from Colo. 2 options will be displayed. It'll be an A or a B, or a 1 or a 2 will also work. Whispering to the bot. Hive, over to you. Which of these British public sector organisations has the most people working for them? Is it the Department for Work and Pensions or Network Rail? And there's time up in the Hive. 22 players in the Hive attempting that question, Colo. Do you have an inclination yourself?
I worked for the Department of Work and Pensions for a bit, so
were there many people there?
Quite a lot of people work for the Department of Work and Pensions.
Okay.
Probably not quite so many as for Network Rail. I'm going to answer this one and go Department of Work and Pensions.
You're going to lock in A.
Yep.
Okay, we'll lock in A, Department of Work and Pensions. Let's see how the Hive played here. Green if you're right, Hive. Oh, a lot of red. And they were wrong. You were right to go with your gut there, Colo. Department of Work and Pensions was the right answer. Only 27% of the Hive going for that.
Come on, Hive.
Just a reminder of points, how points work in the Hive. You get points in the Hive for every player who got it wrong, +1. So on that, 16 players attempted and got it wrong, +1. So if you did get that one right, you're going to get yourself 17 points. Very well done. Yeah, the DWP employs 96,011 people, whereas Network Rail is 42,099. DWP was actually the highest of the options that could have come up. Other ones would have been HMRC, the BBC, and the Welsh Government, with the lowest around about 5,500. Solid start for you there, Colo. And you've got some points on the board. Let's go back to the question board. Where to next? 3 options going to be displayed, and 30 points if you get it right.
Let's have buddy movies, please.
Buddy movies. Let's take a look. Theory of game, welcome to the stream. Yes, you can. All you need to do is just whisper to the bot when the question comes up in the chat. Buddy movies. Hive, over to you. 3 options. Take a look. Which of these buddy movies was released in cinemas first? Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Dumb and Dumber, or Hot Fuzz? And that's time up in the Hive. 26 that time. A few more attempting that one. Thoughts, Colo? What do you reckon?
I thought I wasn't going to answer this question. I thought I was either going to... Well, I thought I was likely to trust the Hive. That is what the T stands for, yeah?
That is what the T stands for, yes.
Just making sure I'm getting the terminology right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid saying mob.
Yes,
so don't say mob.
T for trust, M for mistrust.
But I'm pretty sure that Planes, Trains and Automobiles was a fair bit earlier than the other two of these. So certainly earlier than Hot Fuzz. So I think I'm going to answer it and save my T and M.
T and M. So just a reminder, if you do answer this one now, you must use the Hive on the next one, even if you know it.
Yep.
All right, we'll lock in A, Planes, Trains and Automobiles. And let's have a look and see what the Hive thought. Green if you're right. You're absolutely right, Colo. Planes, Trains and Automobiles, as were the Hive. 77% of the Hive getting the right answer. Just 12% going for Dumb and Dumber and 12% going for Hot Fuzz there. 7 points if you did give me A in the Hive. So Planes, Trains and Automobiles released 1987, the year before I was born. Dumb and Dumber 1994, Hot Fuzz in 2007. Other options that could have intruded there, Wayne's World and Green Book. Though again, Planes, Trains and Automobiles was the earliest of the options available. Nicely done, Colo. You're 2 for 2. Let's go back to the question board. So, a reminder, whichever question you face now, you're faced now with 4 options. The one that you don't pick will go to the final phase. It will have 5 options available. So this is the first part of the strategy. You've got to start thinking, do I want to leave an easy one for later or a hard one for later?
Oh, I don't think either. I don't think I've got much choice with these. Neither of these looks particularly easy. I'm going to go for temperature.
Temperature, okay.
And save Good Golly Miss Molly for the final.
Just a reminder again that in the final you don't get to answer the questions, but only the Hive.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Hive, over to you. 4 options for this. The peak temperature recorded on a summer's day in which of these countries is the hottest? Australia, Ireland, Tunisia or Finland? Okay, it's about 25 players attempting that in the Hive. So, and obviously you can't answer this one, Colo, but
yeah.
If you could, what would you be inclined to say? What do you think the answer is?
I think it's Tunisia. But the 4 options are quite interesting because obviously I think you can pretty easily discount Finland and Ireland. So I am going to trust the mob. No, not the mob. Not the mob. Don't say mob. The Hive.
You're going to trust the Hive.
They know this.
You sure you're going to trust the Hive?
Yep.
All right, we will trust the Hive. First of all, we'll lock in the correct answer. Now, you thought it was C, Tunisia.
I think so, yeah.
You'd be absolutely right. But did the Hive know? Colo thinks you do. We're looking for lots of green here. Oh, that's... oh! Just snuck ahead. It wasn't a majority, but it was in plurality.
Yay,
it was
Hive.
the single most popular. It was the first past the post winner of the answers. 44% going for C, Tunisia. So well done, Hive. You've got Colo through that question. And 40% going for Australia. Australia actually the second highest there, recorded 50.7 degrees in January 1960, whereas Tunisia 55 degrees in July 1931. As you rightly pointed out, Ireland and Finland way down. Finland 37.2, Ireland 33.3. The other option that might have put a cat among the pigeons there was Malta, which was 43.8. 8. But so far, in all the questions that we've seen, we have had the most correct answer come up each time. So my new mechanics haven't come into play yet, but still plenty of questions to go. Well done if you gave me Tunisia in the Hive. 15 points to you. Let's take a look, because it's the end of the phase, at the Hive leaderboard. The number of questions that you got right in that round and the number of points that you've got. Few players getting 2, couple of 2s, 3 players getting all 3. Topper, Jers and Claire, very well done, claiming an early lead with 39. Colo, you're up to 90 points, 3 for 3, and that's the end of phase number 1. So a solid start, 3 for 3, though couple of tricky questions in there.
No, that was good. Enjoyed that.
You've
so good options.
Well, you've not been inclined to mistrust the Hive yet.
No, have you seen them?
Well, that first question notwithstanding, yeah, possibly.
Oh yeah, but then they were just warming up.
Just warming, yeah. That's obviously what it was. Well, we'll see how they get on with the rest of the game. And Bash, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Let's go on to phase number 2, Colo. Again, starting with 2 options, 50 points of reward for a right answer, and here's your board. Which of these boats was launched first? Which of these European palaces has the most rooms? Which of these composers known for their ballets was born the earliest? Which of these songs jumped to the UK top 40 the earliest? So, sort of history of boats, I suppose, history and naval stuff, European geography maybe, classical music and pop music, loosely.
I'm gonna go for palaces.
Palaces, okay. Focus on the right window. 2 options for you, Hive, and we'll come to you first. Have a look at this. Which of these European palaces has the most rooms? Palace of Versailles or Holyrood Palace? And that's time in the Hive. Reminder, if you are joining the stream late, you can join in with the Hive just by answering to the bot at any point. So 26 playing in the Hive there. Palace of Versailles, Holyrood Palace. What do you think?
It's got to be the Palace of Versailles, hasn't it? Surely that's bigger than Holyrood Palace. I've never been to either. I've never seen either. But I'm going to answer the question and go for Palace of Versailles.
Palace of Versailles. Let's lock it in. Why do I keep unfocusing on the window? Let's lock it in. And let's see how the Hive got on. Green if you're right.
I'd like to see lots of green here.
It's a good start for you. The second time in Hive history, 100% of the Hive gave me a correct answer, which is good from a knowledge point of view, but not so good from a points point of view. Only 1 point for each player in the Hive. But you, Colo, did manage to get you 50 for that. Yes, it was the Palace of Versailles, 2,300 rooms, and Holyrood Palace only 280. You know, despite adding this change to avoid getting option 1 and option 5, or the most and the least correct coming up, that's exactly what's happened here. The Palace of Versailles, 2,300. Other options could have been the Winter Palace in St. Petersburg with 1,500, the Schönbrunn in Vienna with 1,441, and Buckingham Palace with 775. But yes, it's brought up the most and the least there. So RNG may be favouring you here, but good position to be in. 4 for 4. Let's go back to the board. So 60 points up for grabs. 3 options to be shown. Where to next?
Boaty McBoat question, please.
Boaty McBoat question. Hive, over to you for 3 options. Take a look. Which of these boats was launched first? Disney Fantasy, Cutty Sark, Marie Celeste. And David getting an answer right on the buzzer there. 24 players attempting it. Now, what do we think?
Don't know what the Disney Fantasy is. Suspect it's a cruise ship of some sort. So probably launched recently, but, you know, in the last 100 years at least. Cutty Sark, Tea Clipper, Marie Celeste was the ship that they found empty. And I think that would probably be earlier than the Cutty Sark. I'm going to answer the question and go Mary Celeste.
Playing it yourself?
Yeah.
Let's lock in C, Mary Celeste. And let's see how the Hive got on. Green if you are right. Slightly split opinion here. But the majority of the Hive were correct, as were you, Colin. Mary Celeste was the correct answer. And this is the first one where it hasn't been the most correct answer to come up. The most correct answer would have been H&S Beagle, which was 1820. Mary Celeste, 1861. The Cutty Sark, 8 years later in 1869. And the Disney Fantasy in 2012. Titanic would have been the other option on the docket there, which was, of course, it says 1911 here. I thought it was 1912, but maybe it sailed somewhere before it did the thing. Either way, lovely stuff. Well done if you gave me C in the Hive. 8 points to you right there. One more question in this phase, Coda. Let's go back to the board. So, music.
I'll take music, I think.
I thought you might.
Deliberation. That one, the ballets.
The ballets, okay. So remember, you can't answer this question. It's only for the Hive, so I don't know if you're hoping for the Hive to know it or not. Let's find out. Hive, over to you. 4 options. Which of these composers, known for their ballets, was born the earliest? Igor Stravinsky, Aaron Copland, Dmitri Shostakovich, Leo Delibes. Jack saying, where is he? Not there, apparently. 25 players in the Hive attempting that one. Now, again, you can't answer this one, Cola, but if you were going to, what would you be inclined towards?
I'd be inclined towards passing.
Okay. So, good one. Good. Just as well you don't have the option to answer yourself.
Yeah, I think I could rule out Aaron Copland.
Okay.
Don't know who Leo Delibes,
really?
Or whatever.
Well, I'll give you a factoid about Leo Delibes in a minute. I don't want to influence you too much.
Okay.
Not that I can influence you, because it's either Hive or Hive.
I think it comes down to the other two, and I think the mob is going to go the right way again.
Or maybe even the Hive.
So, sorry. Yeah, but I'm going to trust them because. If I mistrust them and they got it right, I'd look silly. Whereas if I trust them and they get it wrong, they look silly. So
solid logic. So we're going to trust the Hive.
Yes, we are.
Okay, and what? Just remind me, what did you think the right answer probably was?
I thought it was probably resume. I don't know.
You don't know.
Hey, you'll see probably.
Well, let's have a look. The correct answer is D. Leo Delibes. Okay. And I'll tell you a little bit about
Bob.
Leo Delibes in a minute. Hive, green if you're right. No, unfortunately not. Plurality has gone with Igor Stravinsky. Of the 4 options up there, Stravinsky was second best. Delibes, 1836, and then quite a jump to Stravinsky, 1882, Aaron Copland in 1990, and then Shostakovich in 1906. The other option that could have come up was Adam Khachaturian, born 1903. Leo Delibes. Oh no, I've got the brass sound. Can you hear the piano there, Colo?
Oh yeah, very loud.
Okay, sorry. I'll try and play quietly, but Leo Delibes' most famous piece.
Okay.
B minor. Yeah, that's the Flower Duet from Lakme, more commonly known as the British Airways theme. But 48% went with Igor Stravinsky there, just 32% going with Delibes. And well done if you did get that Hive. 18 points to you. First step wrong for Cola. Let's take a look at the Hive scores come the end of that round. A few players getting 2. Woohoo managed to get all 3 there, as did Shapes Natter, David, and Oni and P-Fire. Jers just finding the 2 that round, but still enough to take the top spot on the leaderboard after phase 2 with 58. P-Fire on 51, Oni in third on 49. Colo is up to 200 points in your bank, and that is the end of phase number 2. Yes, just Deliver to Flower Duet. That's that one there. It's the only piece I know by Leo. Actually, that's not quite true. He's done the few that come up on Classic FM from time to time, but yeah, there we go. So first step wrong in phase 2. Off and the way in this game, but still plenty of time to make it up. Are you feeling sort of happy with your decision so far?
I'm a bit disappointed with the Hive and their performance on that last question. If they could up their game a bit, that would be useful. Come on, Hive.
Hear that, Hive? He's not angry. He's just disappointed. So more to do for the Hive as we move on to the next phase. Well, we should go on to the next phase right now. Still plenty of points. 2 more phases before we get to the final. We'll refresh your answering options, and let's go to phase number 3. Everyone's a critic, says Colo. 70 points for the first question you get right again in this round, and here's your board. Which of these countries produced the most goat meat in 2019? Which of these vehicles typically has the most wheels? Which of these people known for their neckwear live to the eldest age? Which of these mammals has the longest average gestation period?
Oh, what a brilliant set of questions. Thank you, Aaron.
Aren't they lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. Let's go for mammal pregnancies.
Mammal gestation period. Okay, over to you, Hive. 2 options to be displayed, and here they are. Which of these mammals has the longest average gestation period? Yak or alpaca? And there's time. So, options open to you. Either take it yourself, trust or mistrust the Hive. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Hairy question.
Very good, very good.
No, I don't know on this one because I would suspect it's yak, but I'm not sure.
Do you think the Hive would know?
But I think the Hive would probably answer yak as well, following the same logic as I have. But if it happened to be the wrong answer, then I'm going to answer this and go yak.
You're going to answer yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, let's lock in yak, and we'll see how the Hive played. Green if you're right. Ooh, that's a lot of red. It was the wrong direction, unfortunately. Yes, you and the Hive both thinking the same thing. Unfortunately, not the right answer. It's B, alpaca. Well done if you did give me B, alpaca. The 15% who gave me the right answer. 23 points to you. Yeah, again, it's picked the top 2 of the options available there. Alpaca gestation period, 345 days. There's then quite a jump down to yak, which is 255. Elk would have been an option, 245. Chinchilla, 110. And cheetah, 92. So it's been a bit mean there, the RNG. It's picked the 2 most difficult ones to discern from, but never mind, not to worry. You and the Hive were at least on the same page, just happened to be the wrong page. Let's go back to the right page, which is the question board. Where are we going next? And welcome Bitterotter to the stream.
Wheels.
Wheels, okay.
Yeah.
3 options for the Hive, take a look. Which of these vehicles typically has the most wheels? Boeing 737, Segway, Sinclair C5. And there's your time up in the Hive. So, you've still got all 3 options open to you, trust, mistrust, and answer yourself. Any strong feelings on any of these?
Yeah, it's the Boeing 737.
What's a Sinclair C5?
It's a 3-wheeled electric vehicle
Uh-huh.
designed by Sir Clive Sinclair in the late 80s, early 90s. My friend's dad had one.
Oh, nice.
When it worked, it was good fun, but it didn't work very often.
You want to play yourself, or do you want to use the Hive?
Let's answer it and go 737, which I think must have at least 10 wheels.
does force you into relying on the Hive on the next question.
Yep.
Okay.
They haven't let me down yet. Oh, except that last time.
Except that last time. We're going for A.
Yeah.
And he's locked in. Let's see how the Hive got on. The 27 players who answered. Green if you were right. Quite a bit of green coming up in here. Yeah, 67% of the Hive getting that one right. 10 points for each of the players who did. Yeah, now we go for Segway, which is 2 wheels. Sinclair C5, as you pointed out, is 3. That question could have been a lot more fiddly. Boeing 737, which has actually got 6 wheels, was the second biggest answer up there. The B1 Centauro, which is a tank, has got 8 wheels, and a Morris Minor could also have come up, which of course has got 4. So if that tank had come up, that could have put a cat among the pigeons there, but you threw it nice and safely, and well done in the Hive if you gave me A. Forced into relying on the Hive on this final question again, Colo. Which one's it going to be?
Goat meat.
Goat meat. We are going to look at this goat meat question. We'll save the neckwear for later on. Hive, over to you. 4 options. Which of these countries produced the most goat meat in 2019? Sudan, Mexico, Pakistan, Nigeria. There's time. And 28 players answering in the Hive here. So again, you don't have the option to answer this yourself, Colo, but if you were, what would you be inclined to say?
I'd have panicked and pressed a button. I don't know. Could be any of them, really. Although it's not, obviously.
Do you think the Hive collectively will know this?
I think this is a difficult one because I think the answers will probably be spread around pretty evenly. I'm sorry, Hive. I know you're really good, but I'm going to mistrust you on this occasion.
Okay, we're going to mistrust the Hive. If you were under pressure, which one would you go for?
Pakistan.
Let's have a look. The correct answer is... It is indeed Pakistan. So we're hoping the plurality is with Sudan, Mexico, or Nigeria. We want to see lots of red. Green if you're right, Hive.
Oh dear.
There's a few reds, but I don't know if there's going to be enough. No, plurality was with Pakistan, just shy of half knowing that, 46%. Well done if you did get that in the Hive. 16 points to you if you gave me C, Pakistan. 18% going for Sudan, 14% for Mexico, 21% for Nigeria. Wrong to mistrust the Hive. They did know that one between them. So yeah, Pakistan produces 491,000 tons of goat meat in 2019. Nigeria, 267,000. Sudan, 120,000 tons. And Mexico did not produce any goat meat in 2019. Myanmar, the only other option that could have come up there at 129,000. Pakistan was the most correct answer. Ooh, bad luck there, Colo. But
yeah, my reading of the Hive doesn't bode well for the final, does it?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. It's we'll see when we get there. Because maybe you can base it on the question as well. But you still got one more phase to try and get attuned with them. Let's take a look, see how the Hive got on there. Prue's just getting the 1. Ben and Shadowmane just getting the 1. A couple of 2s coming up here. DMC managing to find all 3. And the only player in this round to find... Oh, excuse me, all 3 by the looks of it. Oni takes the top spot now, 2 right in that round, jumping up to 75. Topper just a point behind on 74, and Jers bumps down to 3rd with 68. There is one more phase before the final phase. Colo, you're up to 270 points in your bank, and that is the end of phase 3. Tadaru, welcome to the stream. So Colo, 3 for 3, 2 for 3, and then 2 for 3. So you've only dropped 2 questions so far. Not terrible. One more phase to go.
I blame that on those guys, to be honest.
Blame it on the Hive. Oh, poor Hive. They're going to feel so sad.
Oh no, I got one wrong as well.
You got one, so it's evened out.
Yeah.
Well, we have got this one more phase to go through. I want you to try and build up as much money as you can so that you've got a nice amount to play for when we come to the final phase. Let's go on to phase number 4. If I focus on the right window. 80 points available for this question and 2 options to start us off, and here's your board. In which of these countries were women given the right to vote in general elections first? Which of these Piccadilly Line tube stations had the most total passengers in 2020? Which of these Fanny Craddock recipes uses the most distinct ingredients? Which of these islands is closest to the Isles of Scilly?
Okay. Let's go for the voting question first.
The voting question first. And Curse Toucan, to answer your question, yes, 1, 2, 3, etc. It should work as a substitute for A and B. General elections is the first one. Hive, over to you. 2 options available here. Here's your question. In which of these countries were women given the right to vote in general elections first? Is it Thailand or France? And there's your time up. So, 28 players in the Hive have attempted this question. Any strong thoughts yourself?
2 countries where I don't really know when women were given the right to vote in general elections.
Not a great start for a question like this.
But it's a 50-50, so I'm going to go for it myself.
Okay.
And France.
One lock in
Might
France?
be right, might not.
So that's generally how the game works. And Curse Toucan, welcome to the stream as well. We'll lock in France, and we will see how the Hive got on. Green if you're right, Hive.
Oh dear.
That's a lot of red. And that's why the Hive, the majority, thought the same as you, but that was the wrong answer. The answer was, in fact, A, Thailand. 23 points if you did give me a correct answer there in the Hive, 21% of you. It actually gave me the 3rd and 4th lowest in that. The 1st and 2nd were discounted entirely. So Thailand, 1932. France, I'm slightly depressed to say it wasn't until 1945 women got the right to vote in France. Argentina could have come up at 1947. The other 2 options may have thrown you through a loop as well. Kazakhstan in 1924 and Latvia was the most correct answer that could have come up there in 1918. But the Hive thinking the same. Yeah, the Hive thinking the same as you. Bit of a curveball with the options coming up there. If it had come up, say for example, Latvia and France, would you be more inclined with one or the other?
I'd have definitely gone for Latvia.
Definitely gone for Latvia. So good.
Yeah, because I've heard somewhere that was sort of quite early. I think you might mention it.
Really?
Yeah, just now.
Ah, very good, very good. So it's good that this new mechanic that I've put in is mixing up the game slightly, although not in this case in your favour, unfortunately. Never mind. No. 2 more questions in this phase. Still 80 points available, but with 3 options attached to each. Where are we going next?
Recipes.
Recipes. Fanny Craddock recipes. Okay, Hive, over to you. Which of these Fanny Craddock recipes uses the most distinct ingredients? Borscht, royal mincemeat, or German beer cake? Time. Right, 28 players have attempted this in the Hive. You've still got all 3 answering options available. Any strong inclinations?
Scary. German beer cake. Well, I presume it's a cake, so it's going to have a fair number of
Colo with the knowledge bombs right here. With the dropping the absolute knowledge bomb there. We think the German beer cake might be a cake.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Like, fish cake isn't really a cake, is it? But it's. Well,
no,
anyway.
That's true. It's like a starfish isn't really a fish. And a jellyfish isn't really a fish.
Royal mincemeat. I wonder if that's like not actually meat, but like the sort of fruits and dried fruits and stuff. and borscht is like like a soup, beetroot soup.
Right. You have still got the option to use the Hive in some capacity as well if you think they'd definitely know this or definitely wouldn't know it, especially if you're not too sure.
Yeah. Let's have a bit of practice. Let's mistrust the Hive.
Okay, we will lock in the correct answer, which if you were going to plump for one, you would say...
Royal mincemeat.
And you'd be wrong, it's borscht.
Okay.
So, we're hoping plurality is with B or C. Green if you're right, Hive. Oh, that's what you want to see. Not for the Hive. But for you, Colo, yes, only 7% getting borscht there, which was the correct answer. Royal mincemeat was the plurality of the answers. 50% going for royal mincemeat and 43% going for German beer cake. Player 2 start, welcome to the stream. Yeah, a bit of a weird one though. I think Jack commented in the chat that borscht isn't it basically beetroot soup? Or beetroot and water? Well, borscht has apparently got 16. Whereas royal mincemeat has 12 and German beer cake has 11. Other two options that could have come up would have been glog, which is 7, and the most popular answer, or the most correct answer, Gran's rich black plum cake, which has 24 distinct ingredients. So the computer's picked the middle 3 options for you there. But right to mistrust the Hive. Very well done. If you did say to me a borscht in the Hive, that's 27 points going your way. Very well done. So as we go to the final question, Colo, you've got the option to either trust the Hive or answer it yourself, and you've got a choice of these two.
Let's go for the islands.
Islands closest to the Isles of Scilly. Hive, over to you. 4 options. Yeah. And here they are. Which of these islands is closest to the Isles of Scilly? Kodiak Islands, Sumatra, Barbados, Madagascar. And there's your time, Hive. And we've got 27 attempting that time. So, you have still got the option to play this one.
Yeah.
Do you think you know? How's your sort of world geography?
Well, Isles of Scilly off the southwest coast of Britain. Kodiak Island sounds Canadian. Sumatra is over in the east. Barbados in the Caribbean. Madagascar, southeast Africa. Which probably means it's between Kodiak and Barbados. Depending upon where Kodiak Island actually is. Let's trust the Hive.
Okay, we'll lock in the correct answer, which, at a press, what would you have said out of A or C?
Barbados?
You'd have gone for Barbados. Okay, we'll trust the Hive. It's actually A, Kodiak Island. So, let's see if the Hive knew that. We want to see lots of green. Green if you're right. Much like you, Colo, the Hive, flimming and flamming between A and C, and plurality ended up on C, Barbados, 41% going for Barbados there. Well done if you were among the 15% who went for Kodiak Island, 24 points to you. Yeah, so Kodiak Island is actually Alaska, about 4,800 miles away. Barbados, 5,200 miles. Madagascar is 5,500 and Sumatra is 7,000 miles away. The only other option that could have come up there would have been Honshu, which is 6,100 a bit further down. So
yeah, that would have been quite a nice one to have.
Nice one to have as a process of elimination. But yeah, it was pretty close between Kodiak and Barbados, but it was Kodiak Island. 24 points though if you did get it right in the Hive. Let's take a look at your scores. Quite a few strikeouts on that phase. Goodness me, a lot of strikeouts on that phase. Blimey, O'Reilly. Did anyone get more than one? Let's just take a quick scan, quick squint down. No, nobody got more than one on that round. Goodness me. Pretty tricky one for the Hive. Yes, Hamster leapfrogging into first there with 80. Oni and P5 now tied in second with 75. And DMC and Top are currently tied in third with 74. At the end of phase 4, Colo, you have managed to amass 350 points into your bank. That's your that plus however many questions you got right is your maximum win today. I hope that you can keep as much of it as possible. For now, though, that is the end of phase 4. So, tricky phase to finish it off right here. But you've amassed 350, Colo, which is pretty good going. Let's see if you can hang on to it, because now
it's not actually very good, is it? 350.
I wouldn't say that. Let's have a look.
Okay.
I mean, the maximum win was the highest win we've seen. It's Sockley 750. Jack's taken 425. Bash took 300. Natter took 70. So it's pretty in the middle, to be honest. It's only the 5th time we've played it, so more data required, I think.
Yeah, I haven't got used to this one yet.
Well, now is your opportunity to try and tune into the Hive mind as we go to the final phase. So that 350 has been divided into 4 portions there. It's a 10%, a 15%, a 25% and a 50%, I think, rounded up possibly. That is the breakdown of it. And of course, you're going to face 4 further decisions to win each of those different pots of monies. First of all, though, you've had quite a good day and you've made a lot of correct decisions. So for every correct decision you made, we're going to give you a base of 10 points. This gives you a base of 70. No matter what happens, you will leave with at least that tonight. So the questions that we've seen so far are going to be shuffled and put into the final phase, other than the first one, which will be a brand new question, and only the Hive will be answering these. And from this point on, Colo, you have got to decide how much the Hive knows in relation to all the other answers. It'll be a higher or lower game. It'll become clearer as the round progresses. So Hive, we're over to you for a brand new question that we've not seen before. Have a look at this. And for all of these, Hive, there are 5 options. Point scoring is the same in the Hive, 1 point for every player who got it wrong, plus 1. Here is the first final phase question. Which of these British sitcoms began airing first? Hive, over to you. The Young Ones, Last of the Summer Wine, Porridge, Yes Minister, Desmond's. And there's your time, Hive. 26 players attempting that one. So obviously, it doesn't matter if you know or not, but if you were to guess, Colo, what would you have said there?
I think it was either Yes Minister or Porridge. These are all sort of... Oh.
It's not. It's Last of the Summer Wine, actually.
Right.
I might press that button a little prematurely. Last of the Summer Wine, 1973. Porridge, 1 year later in 74. Yes Minister, 1980. The Young Ones in 82. And Desmond's in 89. So it doesn't really matter, and you haven't got to make a decision here. It's just going to set the benchmark of the Hive. Let's see what percentage got that right. Do you want to have a guess? How many do you reckon got that? What percentage?
24.
Let's have a look. A little bit higher, 34.6%. Getting the correct answer. Oh, and I've just remembered something that Digital David told me about a few weeks ago. The answer is coming up in the chat when the percentage is revealed. The answer should be coming up in the chat earlier in the final round. I need to correct that. 18 points if you gave me B Last of the Summer Wine in the chat right there. And that's an interesting benchmark, sort of around 35%. Bit of a tricky one to pitch, but we'll see how we get on with the next question that comes up. And this first question, first decision, Colo, will be for 36 pennies. Let's take a look and see what it brings. Hive, over to you. Which of these Piccadilly Line tube stations had the most total passengers in 2020? Turnham Green, Heathrow Terminal 5, Piccadilly Circus, Earl's Court, Hyde Park Corner. And there's time. That's the one from phase 4 on the Piccadilly line. So, thoughts here, Colo?
Well, my initial thought would be Piccadilly Circus, but then because it's the Piccadilly line, I'd probably then switch to Heathrow Terminal 5 and really regret it, because it's probably Earl's Court. So, basically, I don't have a clue.
It is Earl's Court.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll give you some more trivia afterwards, but you do need to make a decision first of all. So you've just named 3 of them that it could have been. How do you think that plays out for the Hive? Do you think more or less than 34.6% got that?
A.
Sure?
Yeah.
Let's lock it in. Correct decision. Just 14.3% getting that one, and 25 points if you did give me D in the Hive. Yeah, 2020 was sort of messed around the numbers a little bit. Earl's Court, 7.9 million passengers. Piccadilly Circus, 4.18 million, down from just over 38 million the year before, because of course 2020 was the year that wasn't. Turnham Green, 2.56. Hyde Park Corner, 1.69, and Heathrow Terminal 5, just 1.17 million. So correct decision there, and well done if you did give me D in the Hive. You're up to 106 points, Colo. Let's see if we can add another 52 to that as we go on to the next question. Hive, over to you. Which of these people, known for their neckwear, lived to the eldest age? Charlie Chaplin, Robin Day, Cary Grant, Frank Muir, Audrey Hepburn. This is a phase 3 leftover question. 26 players have attempted it in the Hive. What do you think, Colo? What do you think the answer could be?
Not Audrey Hepburn. Don't think. Oh, I don't know actually. Oh, I would probably have gone for Charlie Chaplin or Frank Muir, but Charlie Chaplin I'd probably have gone for in the end.
And you'd have been right. Do you think the Hive have gone with Charlie Chaplin?
B, I reckon. Somewhere between 14 and 34.
Okay. Let's see if you're right. How many in the Hive got that one right? Good decision. Only just more, but yes, just shy of 20%, 19.2%, giving the answer A, Charlie Chaplin. 22 points if you did give me A in the Hive. Very well played. And Cola, you're now to 158. Yeah, so Charlie Chaplin lived to be 88. Cary Grant, 82. Frank Muir, 77. Robin Day, 76. And you were right to dismiss Audrey Hepburn, just 63 when she died. So, 2 more questions. The phase 1 and the phase 2 questions still to come. Of course, the game starts to get a little bit harder now, especially if we've got quite a narrow margin there between A and B. And if there's different numbers of players answering, then of course that can skew the percentages. Let's see what happens with question number 4. Which of these people was born closest in time to the release of Little Richard's Good Golly, Miss Molly? Richard Osman, Richard Branson, Richard the Lionheart, Richard Wagner, Richard Madden. And there's time. This is the Richard question from phase 1. Little Richard's Good Golly, Miss Molly. Do you know when that was released?
No.
Okay.
but probably 50s.
Okay.
So I don't know who Richard Madden is. Oh, Richie Madden. Oh, is he like a lead singer of something?
I can't say just yet.
Oh.
I will tell you after the question, just for fear of giving too much away in case it's maybe influencing
Fair enough.
Your decision.
Let's go for Richard Branson.
You reckon Richard Branson?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Do you reckon the Hive would know that?
Well, I think it's down to a 3-way choice or even a 2-way choice. So I think either C or D.
So you think it's going to be reasonably high?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one are we going for? Between 19 and 34.5, or more than 34.5?
Come on, Hive. Let's go for D.
Putting faith in the Hive that they know this one is D.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, go on.
So I press the magic button?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, is D the right decision? Right to have faith in the Hive. Just over half of them got that one. 51.9%. 14 points if you gave me B, Richard Branson. So yeah, the song was released in 1958. Richard Branson was born in 1950, 8 years earlier. Richard Osman was born 1970, 12 years later. Richard Madden was born in 1986, 28 years later. He's an actor. He's most famously probably in Game of Thrones. He played Robb Stark. He was also in, I don't know if you saw Bodyguard with Keely Hawes. A couple of years ago. Yeah, he was in that as well. He was the eponymous bodyguard. Richard Wagner obviously born quite a lot earlier, 1813, 145 years earlier. And Richard the Lionheart was one of those king guys, born in 1157, 801 years before. Yet to put a foot wrong in this final, Colo. You're up to 245 points in the bank. Very nice score to take away, which would put you... Let me just bring that back up. If it is of interest, it would put you into 4th place, but giving me the correct answer to this last one would take you to, I think, just shy of 2nd. It would be within 5 points of 2nd,
Lovely.
I believe. So let's see what we can do. And Hive, over to you for this final question of the game. Good luck. Which of these songs jumped to the UK top 40 the earliest? Jump, 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 or Jump by Flow Rider, Criss Cross, Van Halen, Girls Aloud, and Madonna, respectively. Ooh, not as many answering this time, and it's Sotley, welcome to the stream. Just 22 players answering this one, which is going to skew the percentages at least a little bit. Now, how is your pop music?
I remember Criss Cross. Jump. But it's got to be Van Halen, hasn't it?
Shall we see?
Yeah.
Certainly is Van Halen. You sounded quite confident about that. Do you think the Hive would be confident in their plurality on that? Or less confident?
E.
No deliberation? Going for E?
Yep.
Let's hope the Hive can bring you to an assured perfect final. Is it E? Good decision and well done, Hive. 72.7%.
Well done, Hive.
Getting the right
Thank you,
answer
Hive.
there. And getting Colo's last 175. And getting a very nice 420 there, Colo, as well.
Yay.
Final points, which puts you into 3rd place, just 5 points shy of Jack in 2nd. So Van Halen's Jump released in 1984, Criss Cross 1992, Girls Aloud 2003, Madonna 2006, most recently Flow Rider in 2009. Well done, Hive. Just nearly 3/4 of you getting that last one at the end there. 420 points to Colo as well. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard for our gold, silver and bronze medalists in the Hive and how you got on in that final round. Couple of 2-pointers. There's a 3-pointer for AB Me and for Quizzle. Another 3-pointer for Pum and Ben there. 3 points for Shapes. 3 answers right for Tadaru. Jers and Oni both picking up 4 correct answers in that final, which means we have our medalists. Samsa takes the bronze with 109. Jers picks up the silver with 129. But our gold medalist in the Hive Mind is Oni with 139. In this game, points equal pennies. They will be added to your totals automatically, as will the medals. Very well done. Jers' first silver. Congratulations, Jers. Very well done. We'll add that to your medal cabinet. And as for you, Colo, 420 pennies. Not a bad day's work and a perfect final for you right there.
Lovely. It's really interesting to play that final round. It's really good fun.
Good. Glad to
People
hear.
sign up for the next Hive.
Well, I can tell you the next Hive, since you mentioned it, will be coming up on It'll be a Thursday stream, Thursday the 19th of May. So next month at 8 p.m, Thursday 19th of May will be the next time the Hive will be making an appearance, and that will be with a pack from P-Fired, by the looks of it. P-Fired on the 19th of May will be the next outing of the Hive. So if you want your chance to win some pennies, make sure you do sign up for that. Colo, I'm going to love you and leave you, but thank you very much for playing. It's been a super fun game, and I hope that you've enjoyed the experience, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks for letting me play as ever.
Cheers, Colo. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, Colo leads us with 420 pennies right there, and very well done to our medalists, Oni, Jers, and Samster, picking up gold, silver, and bronze, and of course for all of you points equal pennies in this game. And can't let the moment pass without saying a massive thank you to Aaron Aromatics. It's the first community-written pack of the Hive, and we played it 4 times previously, which have all been me, because I do enjoy writing for this game a lot. So yes, if you wanted to snaffle one up for Season 8 when the question things come out, do make sure you head over to the Discord server, get yourself the questions right to roll, and maybe we could be seeing your work here in a couple of months' time. Right, stay right there, because we've got something else coming up after the break to finish the night off. Something should be reasonably quick, but I would like you to see it, so do stick around for that. Congratulations again to Colo and to our medalists, and thanks again to Aaron. You've been playing the Hive. Stay right there. I'll be back in a few minutes. And don't touch that dial, because we will be right back with some stuff in just a moment. Go grab yourselves another drink, stretch your legs, so I'll play some adverts, be about 3 minutes. Don't touch that dial, we'll be right back.
Stuff.
Welcome to Ven. So this was the natural evolution of the experiment that was steeplechase. You know, I devised a format that I really wanted to do, something with horse racing, so devised a new question format that ended up being really good. Probably the best part about that whole thing. And it was Lupine, I think, who said in chat, Venn diagram quiz when, or something like that. So I sort of ran with that idea and came up with this. G. Isons, welcome to the stream. It's not quite fully automated, but it's a game that could very easily be fully automated. It's a question pack that I wrote. It took me a couple of hours today to write it, but I don't think it's a particularly intensely difficult thing to write for reasons that will become clear very shortly. As ever, it is a pilot game, so things may go wrong, though I did do a full dry run earlier on, and it seemed to all be working fine. I think the code's fairly robust. It's got everything in it, including penny additions. Medals have all been added to the leaderboard. Pennies is points equal pennies for this game. The medal table has been added. The only thing it doesn't have is a closing credits scene. It has got the closing music, but I haven't yet animated the closing credits scene. I'm not enormously happy with the opening credits either. Opening titles, I might go back and redo those another time. But anyway, this is my new quiz then, and if you want to play, it's all done in chat, no solo players, it's full massively multiplayer and no eliminations in this game. And if you want to play then, you need to type in a code. Ha! Quap. Nice. Reese, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. That's a great lobby code. Quap. And some of these questions, or at least one of these questions, is meta, is all I will say. David Bardicum, Quizzle, welcome to the stream, both of you. Now, unusually, normally when I work on a new game, I have a creative consultant. I've used a few different people in the past. This is one where I haven't directly had a creative consultant. I had the seed of the idea when Lupine said Venn diagram quiz. I think Ramsey Fox sent a couple of ideas my way. I've run some visual stuff past David, and I've bounced a couple of ideas off Score, but it's not been a full creative consultation. That's more sort of a theorist role to bounce ideas around. So this one is the first game I've done in quite a long time where I've not had a sort of full consultant along the way. I think I might have bounced some ideas off Ash as well at one point. Possibly just sent in some screenshots, I can't remember. Anyway, it's a game you can't join midway through, so if you do want to join and play for any of it, do join at the beginning, and we'll see how we get on. It's not quite fully automated. I do have to press the button in between the rounds, but the rounds themselves are automated, so it should be fairly smooth sailing, so to speak. I am very briefly just going to go to the BRB screen, not for anything sinister, but because my factoids, my trivia, are on my other window, which currently has my email open, and which has things on that I probably shouldn't share directly with stream. So give me a moment. Editable question writer V10, and let's just... what's this game called? Then. There it is. Lovely. Let's just pop that one out and go there. And yeah, and also because this is a little bit of a surprise, it also means I haven't run this past the proofers. So apologies in advance if apologies in advance if any of the questions either have typos or are factually inaccurate. I mean, I did check them all myself, but it's always good to have a second pair of eyes on these things. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I don't know. Tell you what, I'll go get another cider, and then we will begin. So you've got about 30 seconds if you want to come and join. Podo, welcome to the stream. Just in time for a brand new game. And do I need to go for a wee? Probably should have gone during the break, shouldn't I? No, I'll be alright. I'll manage. Oh, ow. I think I pulled a muscle in my leg. I thought it was sunburn. I'm now starting to think it might be a muscle. You know what? No, I am going to go for a wee. I'll be back in a minute. I've gone for a wee and everyone's gone. Oh, hang on. My headphones have gone. Come back, headphones.
Powering on. Mic off.
I hope my headphones haven't died. That would be insanely annoying. Have you got sound? Has anyone else got sound? You have sound. It's just me who hasn't got sound. Apparently my headphones have...
Powering off. Powering on.
Oh,
Mic off.
that's a good point. Looping source. No, it is set to loop. No, I'm not getting sound at all, mind. Right, I may have to reload voice meter because I've lost sound at my end. Yes, I have. Right, I was going to reload voice meter. Hopefully it won't break anything. It might break Discord. I might have to reopen the lobby. Find out in a minute. Not Discord. Might break Unity. It sometimes does that. Ah, there we go. I've got sound again. And nothing broke. And hopefully you'll have still got sound as well. Okay. Back in action. Alright. Good stuff. Let's play Ven. Here we go. Oh. Hello, voice meter pop up. Right, round one is called sectionals. In this round, you will be shown 3 pairs of criteria. For each pair of criteria, you will be shown 5 answers. For each answer, decide which section of the Venn diagram the answer belongs in, i.e. does it match both, one, or none of the criteria. Whisper A to D, or 1 to 4 to the bot within 10 seconds. You will earn 1 point for each correct answer, and there's a total of 15 points available in the round. Nice and simple. Hopefully nothing too complicated about that there. Very similar to Topper's format. I've not seen Topper's format, so convergent evolution, I guess, Samster. That's round one. That's sectionals. Hopefully you all understand. Make sure you're whispering to the bot. Let's load the... Let's, yeah, which one? Let's load the Ven. Check this as a red herrings ripoff. Nice. Okay, so here's our Venn diagram. 2 options at the top, and the answer will appear at the bottom. 10 seconds to whisper A, B, C, or D. A if it's in the criteria on the left, C if it's in the criteria on the right, B if it's in both, and D if it's in neither. Nice and straightforward. Let's see how you get on. Let's load in the criteria and go to question number 1. A character who appeared in Star Trek Voyager. A character who appeared in Star Trek The Next Generation. 7 of 9. A. 7 of 9 appeared in Star Trek Voyager. Has appeared in Picard, but not in The Next Generation. Next. Geordie LaForge. That's B. Geordie LaForge, best known for Next Generation, but did have a cameo in the 100th episode of Voyager, Timeless. On we go. Number 3. Lieutenant Commander Data. C is the correct answer. Data's only ever appeared in The Next Generation. Well done if you got that. Moving on. Benjamin Sisko. Recurring character from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Never appeared in Voyager or The Next Generation. We wanted D. Well done if you got that. And one more for these criteria. Deanna Troi. And another one who was mainly in Next Generation but did have a couple of cameo appearances in Voyager, so we wanted B there. As your first pair of criteria, let's put 2 new ones in there. An instrument that Mozart wrote a concerto for, an instrument that is in or at concert pitch. Clarinet. A. Mozart wrote the Clarinet Concerto for Anton Stadler. Conventionally it's in B flat or A, but generally not at concert pitch. Piano. Piano is, of course, tuned to concert pitch, or tempered pitch, I suppose. Mozart wrote 27 piano concerti. Moving on. Bubba Ben with the lead. Saxophone. The saxophone hadn't been invented in Mozart's time, so no concerti for it. Generally tuned to E flat, I believe. Moving on. Violin. Five violin concerti for Mozart, generally tuned to concert pitch, or violin, the oboe that we tune to in an orchestra, but violin, yes, always in concert pitch. Piccolo. That's C. Several flute concertos, occasionally played on the piccolo, but none specifically written for it, and piccolos are tuned to concert pitch. Then with the lead on 8. Last pair of criteria for the round. A novel published after 1900 and a Netflix TV show. House of Leaves. Concert pitch is when A equals A shapes. I'll talk it through at the end of the round. A novel published after 1900 by Mark Z. Danielewski, published in the year 2000. No Netflix TV shows by that name. House of Cards. It was both one of the earliest Netflix shows and a novel, which the show was based on, by Michael Dobbs. B is what we needed. The Haunting of Hill House. Again, that's both. First published in 1959 and later adapted into a Netflix TV show in 2018. Next one. Bleak House. That's D, published in 1853. It was adapted into a TV show by the BBC in 2005, but not Netflix. One more. The House of Mirth. That's a 1905 novel by Edith Wharton, but not a TV show. That's the end of the third pair, and that's the end of round one. So far so good. Got a nice spread of scores here. 11, 10, 9s, 8, 7, 6, 5s and 4s. So everyone's got something and no one's got 100%, which I like to see. This means I've probably pitched the questions about right. Can we lowbrow the next round, please? I was a bit highbrow maybe. So concert pitch, different instruments are tuned to different levels. So if I say to a trumpeter, if I said to Ash, can you play a C? The C he plays will sound like this. Whereas when I play a C, it'll sound like this. So you actually get two different notes, because a trumpet is tuned in, well, assuming it's a B-flat trumpet, but yeah. So, because if the trumpet's tuned in B-flat, Ash is trying to one-up me there on music knowledge. Bah. But yeah, if the trumpet's tuned in B-flat, a C will sound different. It will sound, it's pitched lower. So clarinet's generally tuned to B flat, trumpet's tuned to B flat, horns in E flat, saxophones in E flat. You get clarinets in A and all sorts of other things. And yeah, saxophone E flat, B flat. You can get clarinets in A and trumpets in D and stuff. So yeah, it's a. So sort of the logic there was there should be one relatively easy one and one slightly hard one, and that's something I've employed later on in the round as well. But good spread of scores. Pum and Ben and Quizzle with an early lead of 11. Samson and Shapes both on 10. David, P5, Shadowmane and Lupine all on 9. Let's go on to round 2. Round 2 is called Union. In this round, you will be shown 5 pairs of criteria. For each pair of criteria, you will be shown 4 answers simultaneously. Determine which answers go into the 3 sections of the Venn diagram. Exactly 1 answer will go into each section. One of the answers will not fit in any section. Whisper, for example, A1, 2B, 3C. It doesn't matter if you put letter or number first, and you can separate them with either a comma or a space. You can do them one at a time, or you can do them all in one go. You will not be able to submit more than 3, and if you've already put down if you've already submitted an answer for example, A, you won't be able to submit another one. You can do 1 for each letter. Right? 2 points for each correct match. However, if you pair the anomalous answer, i.e. the answer that does not go in any of the sections of the Venn diagram, you get nothing for the question. So it's a little bit of risky business going on here. Yes, you can submit fewer than 3 shapes as well. If you think, I'm only 100% certain on one of them, submit 1, you get 2 points for that. So it's a risky business sort of... And yes, the answer overlap trap. There is a little bit of answer trap kicking in this. Church adjusts its organ by shortening the pipes that was in tune. That is a very interesting way of tuning it. I would just insist on retuning the music group personally, David. Yes, a Venser trap. It's a sort of answer trappy thing. So make sure you got the syntax right. It doesn't matter if you go A1 or 1A, whatever is easiest for you to parse, and you can do 1, 2, 3, or none if you're not sure. You might as well attempt 1. If you don't match, you get none. So you can still get points if you get a wrong match. It's only if you hit the one that doesn't belong in any of them, and that answer will go grey when it's revealed at the end, that you'll get nothing for the question. So do think carefully. It's a bit of answer trap meets wipeout meets risky business. It's Union. Let's load the then. Did it say in the instructions? 30 points maximum available. I can't remember if it said in the instructions. If it doesn't, I need to add it in. But you get 30 seconds for each one rather than 10. But you've got to try and get all 3 in within 30 seconds. So it's the same proportional amount of time as round 1. So yeah, 30 seconds to try and fathom your answers out here. Good luck to you all. Let's load the first criteria in. I like the airplane you can take off your seatbelts out of it. Yeah, it's nice, that one, isn't it? Here we go. A former UK Prime Minister. The game's thanking you, Jack, for your compliment. Former UK Chancellor of the Exchequer. James Callaghan, Norman Lamont, Tony Blair, Jack Straw. 3 out of those 4 answers will go in A, B and C respectively. One of them doesn't go in any and it's the trap answer. You want to avoid it. Number of answers submitted so far will be shown in brackets and you'll go yellow once you've submitted 3. You do not have to submit 3 if you don't want to. As many or as few as you like, one at a time or all in one go. 5 seconds. And there's your time. Tony Blair was the Prime Minister, Norman Lamont was the Chancellor, James Callaghan was both, and Jack Straw. Jack Straw was the Home Secretary, served under Blair but never as Chancellor. James Callaghan also the only person to have held all 4 great offices of state. Let's go on. A guest panellist on QI, a guest host on Have I Got News For You, John Richardson, David Tennant, Benedict Cumberbatch, Carrie Fisher. Clock's on. Remember, 2 points for each correct answer here. Aaron's got all 3 in. A few more 3s coming up here. 1 or 2 1s and 2s. Maybe you don't have to play for 3 answers. You do wipe out if you hit the anomaly. And there's our answers. So David Tennant was on Series G and guest hosted Have I Got News For You several times. Who's that second one there? Benedict Cumberbatch guest hosted in 2010. Carrie Fisher guest starred in Series L, and John Richardson has been on Have I Got News For You several times, but never as a host. Next question. An animal named in the title of Kipling's Just So stories, and an animal in Winnie the Pooh. Kangaroo, crab, tiger, and horse. Everybody's doing the crab. Lupine and Shadow going for all 3 so far. Claire's now got all 3, as has Ben. Ben's still with the lead for now. 5 seconds. Hello, Dan. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Ooh, quite a few wipeouts there. Kangaroo was both. Crab is the crab that played with the sea. Tiger is obviously Tigger. And the kangaroo, the sing-song of Old Man Kangaroo and Kangaroo. No horses in Winnie the Pooh or in Just So stories. Next one, a full EU member state and a country that uses the euro. Poland, Austria, Monaco, Iceland. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Quizzy Dan. Great to have you with us. Ah, wrong way around, bad luck, Topper. A lot of 3s coming in here. Let's have a look and see how you got on. 5 seconds. So Austria is both. Monaco is not in the EU but is allowed to use the euro. Poland uses the zloty and Iceland uses the korona. And whilst it's in the EEA and the Schengen zone, it is not a full member state. So, final pair. A film directed by David Fincher. A film with a screenplay by Aaron Sorkin. Fight Club, The Social Network, A Few Good Men, Black Swan. True, Jack. Same with the Vatican and Andorra, I think. Also had that agreement in place. A few 3s coming in. Shapes has taken the lead at this point. Plum and Ben has gone for all 3 here, hoping for 6 points. And there's time. He's not got them though. Fight Club was Fincher. Social Network was both. A Few Good Men was Sorkin. And Black Swan was Darren Aronofsky, who directed, written by Mark Heyman. Fight Club was written by Jim Alls, and A Few Good Men directed by Rob Reiner. And that is the end of round 2. San Marino, that was the 4th one, yeah. Wants to join the EU, but the EU have rejected on the basis that they're too small. RIP.
Pain.
For San Marino. That's the end of round 2. Hopefully that was relatively simple. I mean, it's a slightly more complicated concept than round 1, but hopefully it was easy to understand. You had enough time to get in the answers that you wanted, and everything worked as it should. Shapes now with a lead of 28. AB, me and Quizzle tied up in second with 27, and Bod is in third with 25. He's still got a very good spread of scores, 28 down to 6. Which again is a good sign. There's no massive runaways at the moment. It's all fairly even distribution. Lovely, but yeah, I need to add that you've got 30 seconds per question in that round. I don't think it's in the instructions. Likewise in round 3 and likewise in round 4, in case the instructions don't say. Let's go on to round number 3. This round is called Intersection. In this round, you'll be shown 3 pairs of criteria. For each pair of criteria, you will be shown 10 answers simultaneously. Determine which answers go into the union of the Venn diagram, i.e. fulfill both criteria. Exactly 5 answers will go into the union. Whisper A to J to Persephone's Twitch spot within 30 seconds. This round does not have numbers because of 10. 10 gets complicated on the computer in case it thinks it's a 1. So I just thought I'm just not going to do numbers for this. Anything over 5 I tend not to do numbers for. Yes, it should be. Good spot on Garrett. Can you put that in suggestions? I'll correct that. Until I actually looked up the Venn diagram terminology, I thought the middle bit was union. Then I realised it wasn't. Changed around titles. Obviously, I've missed that in the instructions, but good spot. And welcome to the stream as well. Lovely to have you. So exactly 5 go into the intersection. A to J within 30 seconds. Again, submit answers either together, separated with the space, a comma, or neither, so you can just do a big long string of letters or one at a time. It will only accept the first 5 answers. Once 5 answers have gone in, it will not accept any more. In this round, you earn increasingly more points for each correct answer given on each question. So 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So there's a maximum of 15 for each question. However, if you find an incorrect answer, you score nothing for the question. So this is wipeout, but double criteria in a way, I suppose. So 45 points available, and it's just single letters. 30 seconds. It does say 30 seconds there, to get your answers in. I found 5x now. I wasn't getting that complicated with it. Ben J, welcome to the stream. A space, a comma, or neither. So a. No, that would be accepted. So you could do, for example, A, B, space, C, no space. You could do something like that, A, comma, B, space, C, D, comma, space, E, and it should still parse them out, because it should only allow the letters A to J to be processed by the build, and anything else is just discounted, but it won't process them if you've already submitted them or if you've submitted 5 or more. So yeah, it'll strip. Basically, when you submit an answer on this round, it turns your string that you submit through the chat, it turns it into a character array, and will just treat them all differently as individual entries. So anything that isn't in that range of A to J, it will just discard. Just because you can. Believe it or not, it's slightly. I have tried every possible method of people maybe mistyping answers to try and sort of foolproof this game, to make sure that it's not catching people out, because that'd be very unfair. So hopefully the rules are clear. So if you get 1 right, you get 1. If you get 2 right, you get 3. 3 right, you get 6. 4 right, you get 10. If you get all 5, you get 15. But if you get a single wrong answer, you get nothing for the question. And there are only 3 in this round. If you do that, Prug, C, it will process the first C and then nothing else. Because it will then have caught that you've already got a C, at least I think. If you want to try it, be my guest, but we'll see what happens. Let's load the Venn. we have our 10 options. Hope they will all populate into the chat. This is the voice of the Mr. Ross. Hello, Score. Yeah, they will all populate in chat in case they're a little bit small on screen, but hopefully, hopefully they'll be nice and visible. Let's load in our first criteria. A game that Royal Flush has hosted. A game that Ash the Bash has hosted. The Escape Artist, Danger Zone, Face Off, Jeopardy, Outright, Elimination, Relativity, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Duel, Deal or No Deal. Clock's on. And this is where it gets meta. Exactly 5 of those we have both hosted. We apologise in advance. Again, you'll go yellow if you submit 5, as Pruse has just done there. Last few seconds to get an answer in. And those are your answers: Escape Artist, Jeopardy, Outright, Millionaire, and Deal or No Deal. I've never hosted Relativity. Ash has never hosted Face Off. I've never actually hosted Duel. Mrs. Flush has hosted Danger Zone, but Ash hasn't, and Elimination is a topper game that neither of us have hosted. Next board. Somebody who was alive at the end of World War I, somebody who was alive at the start of World War II. Benjamin Britten, Frank Sinatra, Charles Dickens, William Howard Taft, Kenneth Clark MP, D.H. Lawrence, Humphrey Bogart, Charlie Chaplin, Queen Elizabeth II, and H.G. Wells. Clock's on. Oh yeah, good point, Jack. Does he not still retain the honorific? I thought you retained the honorific even after you retired. I did know he was retired. That's just me misunderstanding it then. Natter has attempted 5. Nobody else has by the looks of it. There's your time. And Natter airing on that. Benjamin Britten, Frank Sinatra, Humphrey Bogart, Charlie Chaplin, and H.G. Wells were the correct answers. I have got the years here, but I'm not going to have time to read them all out to you. Let's just go on to the next one. Quizzle taking the lead with 36. Last board. A video game featuring Nolan North. A video game featuring Troy Baker. Destiny 2, Middle-earth Shadow of War, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, Batman Arkham City, Half-Life Alyx, The Last of Us, Bioshock Infinite, Far Cry 4, God of War, and Portal 2. Probably the 2 most famous names in video game voice acting working today, often interchangeable. Yeah, this is a tough question. This one is tough. Still the right honourable because Privy Council membership is for life. Thank you for the clarity there, Jack. Yeah, this is a tough question. You may as well attempt 1. You might be right. Natter has again gone for 5 here. Middle-earth, Shadow of War, Uncharted 4, Batman Arkham City, The Last of Us, and God of War. Neither of them in Half-Life Alyx, and only one of them in the other 4. Quizzle retaining the lead with 36, and that is the end of round 3. So as to go through those, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, Nolan North played Nathan Drake and Troy Baker played Sam Drake, his brother. In God of War, North played Modi and Baker played Magni. Batman Arkham City, North played the Penguin among others and Baker played Two-Face among others. In The Last of Us, North played David and Baker played Joel. And in Middle-earth Shadow of War, North played Isildur and Baker played Talion. And all the others, only one. Tough question there. Relatively niche. But that is the end of round 3. Still got a fairly reasonable spread of scores, and given the points that are available in this final round, it is still pretty wide open. There's 60 points up for grabs in the last round. Quizzle with the lead 36, Shapes has got 34, Proves in third on 33. Let's go to the final round. Simply called Finale. In this round, you'll be shown 3 sets of 3 criteria. For each set of criteria, you'll be shown 4 answers. For each answer, decide which of the 8 sections of the Venn diagram the answer belongs in. Whisper A to H or 1 to 8 to the bot within 30 seconds with 5 points for each correct answer, 60 points available. Functionally, this is identical to round 1, it's just the natural evolution of round 1. Instead of 2 criteria, we now have 3. So, Exactly equivalent to... No, none of them are exactly equivalent to steeplechase. Originally, this last round was going to be the same, but it's now not quite. It was sort of an idea that I ran with, but it's not the same as steeplechase. But it was very much an inspiration. The horses get to live on. Maybe. Haven't decided what's happening with the horses yet. I could bring them out again. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy the colours. This is finale. Let's load the then. So again, you've got 30 seconds for each one. Like I say, functionally the same as round one, but you've got that extra criteria, and you are going to have to figure out which section it goes in and get your answers, so you've got a little bit more time. Please save the horses. All right. I could bring the horses back, I'm sure. So, being rejected from the Venn party, very much so. And yeah, it's a good soundtrack. It'd be a shame to not use that. Maybe the horses will come back. We'll see. Right. Good luck to you all. 5 points for every correct answer here, so still a lot to swing it. Here we go. A film that has won an Oscar. A film that has won a BAFTA. A film that has won a Golden Globe. Avengers Endgame. Maybe it's a bit long. Maybe the clock's a bit long on this. That is your time up though. It's H. None of them, despite a huge amount of critical acclaim, Endgame did not win any of the big awards. Let's go on. Yeah, H is a thing. The Imitation Game. Any award for the film. Any award that is credited to that film. So if someone won Best Actor for the film, that counts as that film winning an award. I appreciate it's not particularly clear in the question. Just David picking up 5 points. It's only won an Oscar, 5 Golden Globe, 8 Oscar and 9 BAFTA nominations, but only 1 Oscar win, and that was for Best Adapted Screenplay. Social Network. Got a whisper at energy. Whisper through the pot. There we go. Directed by David Fincher, yeah. It's a repeat question. That one, all 3. 3 Oscars, 3 BAFTAs, and 4 Golden Globes. Maybe me now takes top of the pile. That's right, don't worry. The Father. Jack, we've got an answer from you. Stop it. It's B, The Father. We like shapes. Sorry, B, BAFTA and Oscar. I was reading the answer down there. 3 players getting points. Yeah, 2 Oscars, 2 BAFTAs, but no Golden Globes. On we go, 3 more criteria. A religion with more than 1 billion adherents. A polytheistic religion. A religion that has formally existed for more than 1,000 years. Shinto. Just Topper getting points there. It's A, polytheistic religion. That is all. Only 4 million adherents, and it was a 19th century invention. Hinduism. ABME still with the lead, but Topper and Shape's just 1 point behind. Aaron and Quizzle just 3 points behind that, with 5 points a question. Still a lot of scope for changes in scores here. It is C. It does tick all the boxes. 1.16 billion adherents. It's polytheistic, and at 4,000 plus years old, it is the oldest religion that is still practiced today. Sikhism. I'm finding this incredibly calming, I have to say. Racing through reading the trivia after each question is slightly stressful, but the whole vibe of this music is really chilling me out. David having a think. Oh, maybe he's not going to get an answer in. H. None of the above. Only 26 million. It is monotheistic, and it was a 15th century invention. Well, I don't know if you got points there. Christianity. Couple of seconds. It's F. Yes, 2.36 billion adherents. It is monotheistic, and it's around 2,000 years old. With the green and the red, so it was F. Final question of the night. An animal owned by more than 1 million households in the USA, an animal that gives birth to live young, and an animal kept by President John F. Kennedy. Rabbit. As opposed to laying eggs, apparently, or other forms of birth. It's D. Does give birth to live young. Was kept by John F. Kennedy, but only owned in about 153,000 households in the US. Cat. Maybe me looking to take the debut gold. If you can stay ahead for these final 2 questions. Final 3 questions, I should say. Go away, bot. Thank you, Ash. C. Ticks all the boxes. 31 million households in the US claim to have a cat. Obviously gives birth to live young, and there was one kept by John F. Kennedy. Tortoise. Ticking is very ominous. How do we do? Only getting this H, none of the above. Yeah, John F. Kennedy didn't. He never had a tortoise. Tortoises lay eggs, and not that many. So it was outside the top 10. Came under all other pets. Horse. This will be the final question of the night. Quizzle with the lead. ABME a point behind. David 4 points behind that. Could be a tie at the top. ABME could steal it. Still a battle on for second as well between Topper, Proust, Pum and Ben. Potentially Cyclospace, Aaron and Sotley and Kodo could get up there as well. and it's going to be Quizzle's D. Give birth to live young. He did have a horse, but not owned by more than 1 million households in America. That's the end of round 4, and that's the end of the game. So what do you think? My little project for the last week or two. Actually, I finished it sort of end of last week. I just had a few bits to polish up today and then write some questions for it before it. Wasn't expecting a repeat letter, I suppose. Yeah, there's nothing in the rules that say you can't do that. Thought most of Texas would have had a horse. Very nice. I like it. Nice. Yeah, it is very chill. It's far less intense. It's a really nice game for the end of the night, actually. To think. Pretty solid. Thank you, Nata. Cola's going to have a think, so I'll look forward to reading your dissertation on it tomorrow, Cola. Hello again, DVD Smith. Thank you. Yeah, it's slightly. I found it slightly tricky to write for. Yeah, it's going to need very well pitched questions, making your brain think about the possibilities. Yeah, love the chill vibes. Last round maybe a bit short. Yeah, I think maybe 20 seconds. Although there were people who were leaving it right up to the end because you're supposed to think through the answers. But I can easily make that 20 seconds. It is supposed to be chill, but thinky. Yeah, Star Trek a bit specific. I'd rather, when we're on feedback, maybe don't go too much into the details of the questions. I think I'm probably not the best writer for this game. I did struggle. Well, I mean, I got the questions written, but there needs to be less ambiguity. Yeah, again, Sam. So let's not focus too much in on the questions. It was more of a demo pack more than anything, a pilot pack, if you like. So I think a better writer than me would be able to come up with better questions for that game. Like I say, I don't think I'm a particularly good writer of this sort of style. Although I'm okay at list questions. Put this, I found that a lot more difficult to write for than, say, the Hive, for example. So put in suggestions. Yes, please do put your opinions and suggestions in the Discord. Being all or nothing felt tenser. Not sure whether good or bad. I think it just allowed for more swings. I think because they're harder questions, so there are fewer points going out. Having that sort of swinginess in it was kind of fun. Got good by the end. Good. But yeah, it's supposed to be a bit more chill. It's not terribly long. I mean, I was wittering for a bit in the middle, but it was maybe half an hour, if that. So it's a good one to sit alongside the pyramid or something as a sort of shorter experience. Last round, having the time was good because having lots of rocks in different sectors took thinking, translate my answers to what could. That's another good point, Prugs. Actually, you do need that time to translate what it actually means on the them, because you might know straight away, but then you've got to sort of draw finger lines to them and stuff. Feel as if round 1 didn't really mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, with how many points were available later rounds, because that's a warm up in the game. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's a natural escalating point curve. You've got 15, 30, 45 and 60, with the weighting obviously being higher in the last round because the questions are harder. I mean, that is something that always comes up. It's difficult striking the right balance between rounds that are fundamentally pointless, but also having an escalating difficulty curve throughout the game. I did try a few different permutations and lengths of round. So at one point in that final round, I was considering, do I do it 4 questions across 3 different sets of criteria, or 3 questions on each of 4 sets of criteria, and likewise in the earlier rounds. For what it's worth, any of these rounds would be very, very easy to lengthen or shorten, although I would have to edit the question writing tool, which is available to get now, by the way. I did it this afternoon. If you want to start thinking about some ideas and maybe throw together another sort of test pack for this, it's short enough that we could tack it onto the end of a regular stream, though it's still a pack game. It's not something we do spontaneously. Penultimate round, I shot it from low in the ranking by knowing the World War I, World War II alive people. It almost felt over-skewed, and I felt a bit lucky to go so high given the rest of my performance mediocre best. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Not to sort of, put anyone on the spot. Quizzle generally comes up in the sort of top 5 of games, but AB Me, Pum and Ben, sort of new names up towards the top. Which I mean, Pum and Ben was very strong throughout that. He was leading from the beginning, but I think AB Me did a bit of jumping and then took the lead quite earlier on. So you know, I don't mind there having a bit of jumping if you can maybe get a lucky question. I actually don't mind that, because I think we've got so many games already that are. And David, I had a nightmare round 3 and was able to fight back. Yeah, I think we've got so many games which are, you know, pure trivia. You think of things like The Escape Artist, and which is, you know, relatively speaking, less strategy, you know, and it's more sort of pure trivia, face off as well. So, you know, having something where there's a little bit more swinginess in it, I kind of like. Third after round 1 and within a few questions really close to the bottom of the table definitely reflects on my own knowledge of the question, in fairness. To be honest, Sam, so I thought you'd gone AFK, because there are a few where you didn't answer. So I didn't. I don't know if, what that was, or if you were just not guessing at all, if you didn't know. So maybe. Oh, you had towards the end. All right, fair enough. Anyway, get your thoughts down in discussion or suggestions, and I'll have a read through of them. It's quite a simple game, relatively speaking, but I kind of like the graphics, and it's slightly chill. It's a shorter game, and could be a lot of fun for a sort of wind down at the end of the night. It's too long to be a warm up. Even if I shortened them, I'd have to take a round out to make it a warm up game. But it's short enough to be sort of something, you know, that sits alongside something else with slightly more chill about it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And it should automatically add the medals and pennies onto your scores. However, it won't be reflected. The pennies will be, but the medals won't be reflected on the leaderboard, because I haven't updated the build to accommodate for this medal table. So the medal table will be coming later, but the pennies will be added on. I don't think that at all, Sam. Sorry, I do appreciate your feedback very much, as I do with anyone's feedback. If you've got thoughts on it, do stick it in the Discord. I do read everything, and I will make some strategic tweaks to it along the way. But yeah, I think it's about time I did another game that was a bit shorter, but wasn't a warm up. So, you know, something that sits alongside, I don't know, like the Pyramid or Cryptex to an extent, which are generally slightly shorter affairs. Right, these more horses. But yeah. Oh, you're very kind, Aaron. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, so just use a plugin called Shapes, which not our friend Shapes. Shapes is the Unity plugin, and haven't had about 2. Actually, Samster, fun fact: I do keep not you Shapes, not you, different Shapes. I do keep a track of all the games I've made, because you know when I did that 12 games in 12 months thing, and I got to 6 months and then it sort of stopped. That's because game number 6 was Google That, and after that I got the itch for making Twitch interactive quiz and game shows in original formats. And actually I had made a game every single month since doing that until last month. Last month, March 2022, was the first month since March 2020 when I haven't made a game. I had Steeplechase on the go, but I went to Iceland, so I didn't finish it in time. So that sort of came around in April. So there's now been 2 in April, but yeah, I missed last month. But yeah, something a bit shorter. Nice little idea. And thanks to Lupine for giving me the idea of Venn diagram the quiz. And as well to Ramsey for his input as well, to David, who's helped colour check a few things. Score as well has chipped in with a bit of help on this, but say it's been one I've done on my own, rather with just sort of a couple of tips rather than being a full consultation process like they normally are. That's going to be the end. That's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. I feel really mellow after that, really chilled out, which is lovely. So I'm going to go to bed. What's happening in the rest of the week? Let's have a look. If I need to maximise Discord so I can actually read it. Well, first of all, Bash is here tomorrow with 1 vs 100. 1 versus 100 with Ash the Bash, so that's tomorrow at 8. Do go give him a follow. I'm back on Thursday, starting this new Thursday stream, which is going to be at the regular time of 8 o'clock. But it is going to be a shorter stream, generally speaking, although that might not apply to this first one. We've got set game to kick off. Our feature game is The Purge, as written by Lewis, I think. But we've also got the play-in number 2 of Face Off, which is going to be first thing on Thursday. So set game, face-off playing, The Purge, that'll be it. We'll probably be done about 9:30, so shorter stream on Thursday. Bash is back on Friday with Outright. One of my packs, Money or the Hive, one of my packs is being aired in Outright on Friday, so do pop along to Ashes for that from 8 o'clock on Friday. I'm here Saturday, busy night Saturday. We've got the Answer Trap Blitz from Samster, we've got Red Herrings by Shapes, the first of the face-off heats happening this Saturday, and we've got Risky Business by Sotley to look forward to. So Answer Trap, Red Herrings, Face Off and Risky Business this coming Saturday. If you're just here on Tuesdays though, I'll be back next Tuesday with Twitch Plays Wordle, Cryptex, Face Off and Spotlight. That's coming up next Tuesday. And of course Topper as well is going to be, I believe, kicking off his season on Sunday the 1st of May with Elimination. So there's Topper One Gaming. Do go give him a follow. It's 8 o'clock on Sunday evening. Oh, Hands on Buzzers is doing Card Sharks at Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific, which is 11 p.m. UK time. So it'll be after Topper. That's all right, Ben. Don't worry about it. What's the Twitch link? Is it Hands on Buzzers? Let's have a look. TV / Hands on Buzzers. Is that the one? Yeah, it is. So we'll give that little shout out there. So that's after Toppers on Sunday, twitch.tv/handsonbuzzers. Yeah, 11 p.m. if you fancy a bit of that. Do go give them a follow. We're off on Saturday, not get to join you for Pat. Good fun and have luck now. It's just good fun, have luck. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that played out there, Shapes. So all of the things going on, and as ever, if you want to come join the Discord and hang out with us or follow me on Twitter, you'd be most welcome to do that. I'm going to go and check this 36 sets of unread messages in this particular thread that I've got going on in Discord and find out what's happening there. But until Thursday, I'll probably see you. I may be floating on Bashes tomorrow, almost certainly be floating on Friday, but I'll be here on Thursday for Set Game, Face Off and The Purge. I do hope you'll join me then, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, be splendid, be marvellous to each other. I am so mellow after that game. Really mellow. Not like tired mellow, just like chilled out. I hope you are as well. Until next time, take care, peace out, and good night. Credits are to follow. Haven't got around to it yet. Did say that at the beginning. They'll be coming soon. Thanks very much, everyone. Good night.